This is Nationwide 90 FM, owned and operated by Nationwide News Network Limited. We broadcast from our studios at 14 Ocean Boulevard in the Digicel Center, downtown Kingston, Jamaica, transmitting on the FM 90 band, 90.3 from Peters Rock in St. Andrew and Murphy Hill in St. Anne, serving Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, St. Anne, parts of Clarendon, St. Mary and St. Thomas. 90.5 from Huntley in Manchester, transmitting to St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Manchester, Clarendon, rural St. Andrew and parts of St. Thomas, and 90.7 from Cooper's Hill in St. Andrew and Flower Hill in St. James, serving Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, sections of Trelawney, Kingston, St. Catherine, Clarendon, St. Mary, Portland and St. Anne. Nationwide 90 FM also broadcast on YouTube at Nationwide 90 FM Live and on Flow at Channel 916. Nationwide 90 FM, a new revolution in media.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6 o'clock. From the studios of Nationwide Radio, morning radio the right way. It's Nationwide This Morning. A very good morning to you. I'm Tona Thomas. Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning, Friday, May 15, 2026. Capri report finds Jamaica's expenditure on education is not producing the desired return on investment. Police urges man accused of stabbing 13-year-old girl to turn himself in. A Kampong Maroons defying court-ordered injunction for planned internal elections. In regional news, Cuba's Raul Castro is said to be target of U.S. indictment. In international news, Trump says he and China's Xi agree Iran cannot have nuclear weapons. In sports, two Jamaicans set to compete at the Tokyo Golden Grand Prix in Japan on Sunday. And in business, India hikes fuel prices as Iran crisis bites. The details after the break.
From the biggest tracks to the biggest energy, Nationwide keeps it moving. If you love the vibes, come and lock in with us for real.
World boss, leave a prison could stop me.
Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club today on Patreon.
Practice. God me say you watch you over me practice.
Catch the first news of the day. A comprehensive package of local, international, sports, and business news. The news at 6 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. Jamaica's expenditure on education is not producing the desired return on investment. That's the finding from a report done by the Caribbean Policy Research Institute, Capri, and commissioned by UNICEF Jamaica. The report, titled Room for Improvement, the Gap Between Public Spending and Child Outcomes in Jamaica, was launched at the Wilmer's Boys School Auditorium in St. Andrew on Thursday evening. Mahira Stewart has that story.
According to the report, Jamaica has spent 5% of its gross domestic product on education over the last 3 decades. This is a number that surpasses the average spend by countries in Latin America and the Caribbean. But, as explained by Capri's Director of Research, Dr. Diana Thorburn, while Jamaica is spending on education, the outcome does not reflect the resource allocation.
We are allocating a share of our national income to education at the level of rich countries. We spend like a rich country. And yet, a child entering school today in Jamaica can expect 11 and a half years of schooling, but will learn only the equivalent of 7 of them. Jamaica's score on the World Bank's Human Capital Index, which measures the productive potential a child born today will reach by age 18 is 0.53, meaning a Jamaican child is on track to realize just over half their potential. We spend like a rich country, but we're not getting the outcomes of one.
Dr. Thorburn notes that due to gaps in the reporting of the estimates of expenditure, Capri could not settle on a per-child expenditure figure.
Entities such as NHT, Chase, InSports, JSIF all spend heavily on children. Those numbers do not appear in the estimates of expenditure. External financing supports a lot of child expenditure. That doesn't come in the estimates. Civil society spends a lot on children. That doesn't come in the estimates. Even if we were able to get to a figure that we felt somewhat confident in, it still would not tell us what we need to know. Money allocated is not money delivered. The question that matters is not how much goes in, it is what comes out. And the link between the two depends on implementation, institutional capacity, accountability, and those are precisely the things that the report found to be deficient.
She says there's a data gap between overall expenditure geared towards children and child-specific output targets.
Across every category we examined, we found no performance frameworks linking expenditure to outcomes and no disaggregated reporting connecting spending to what children actually received. So the estimates tell us what government intends to spend, what it plans to spend, what it spent the previous year, but it does not tell us what was delivered, to whom, or with what result. No requirement to report on outcomes mean there is no onus to achieve them. The absence of data is not just a data gap, and this is a finding of the report. It is an accountability gap.
Mahiri Stewart for Nationwide News.
Meanwhile, the report highlights a chronic underspending on education over the first 3 years of a child's life.
The first 1,000 days are largely outside the education budget. They belong in health, in housing, in nutrition, in child protection, in social protection, which are precisely the categories where Jamaica's spending is the thinnest, the least protected, and the most opaque. Education spending cannot deliver its potential returns where the foundations were not built. Jamaica is investing heavily at the wrong end of the developmental timeline. This is a structural issue.
Dr. Diana Thorburn, Capri's Director of Research. She was speaking at Capri's report launch held at the Wilmers Boys Auditorium on Thursday evening. Works Minister Robert Morgan is reiterating the government's stance that the proposed One Road Authority will not undermine the work of municipal corporations.
The One Road Authority is still in development. It has not yet been established. That is why consultations are being held. These engagements provide the opportunity for questions to be asked and concerns to be raised. The consultations will help shape the final framework. The government recognizes the importance of local government in the management of Jamaica's road network, and discussions on road responsibility must also, however, acknowledge the dedicated funding already provided to municipal corporations.
The One Road Authority is a proposal by the Holness Administration for a single authority to manage the repair of the nation's roads. It's aimed at guaranteeing uniform construction, maintenance standards, and a consistent quality across the island. Currently, the management of the island's roads are divided between the National Works Agency, NWA, and local municipal corporations. Some municipal authorities have raised concerns about whether the proposed authority will weaken their voice on road governance, but Minister Morgan says not so.
The One Road Authority is not intended to undermine municipal corporations or remove the value of local knowledge. Rather, it is intended to create a stronger national framework for road classification, standards, asset management, data maintenance, planning, and performance monitoring. The objective is not to diminish local government. The objective is to ensure that every road authority, whether national or local, operates within a clear, better coordinated, and more accountable system. Jamaica cannot continue with a structure where responsibility is blurred and the public is left frustrated.
Robert Morgan, Works Minister. Commanding Officer for the Area 4 Police, ACP Michael Phipps, is urging 29-year-old Kemar Mitchell to turn himself in. Mitchell is wanted in connection with the stabbing of 13-year-old Excelsior High School student Camelia Paul.
The Kingston Eastern Police is investigating a matter in which a 13-year-old female was seriously wounded. That child is now fighting for her life in a hospital. A family is broken and the community is in shock. We believe the person responsible is Kemar Mitchell of Bayshore Park, Arborview, Kingston. If you are that person, I'm speaking to you directly. Turn yourself in. Report to the nearest police station immediately.
Camelia Paul was reportedly stabbed by Mitchell during a confrontation at her family home in Bayshore Park, Harborview, St. Andrew over the weekend. Reports from the police are that Mitchell went to the home to speak with his baby mother. A quarrel broke out between the pair, and the woman's mother intervened, asking Mitchell to leave. Mitchell and his child's mother then got into a fist fight. The police say the 13-year-old and another relative stepped in to help defuse the situation. However, Mitchell reportedly took a knife from his waistband and stabbed the teenager in the stomach. She remains in a critical condition in hospital and is reportedly in urgent need of blood to have major surgery. ACP Phipps is urging the family and friends of Mitchell to encourage him to surrender.
To the family, friends and associates of Kemar, do not help him to hide. Any person who harbors, aids or obstructs this investigation will face the full force of the law. We will not rest until this person is in police custody. That child deserves justice and her family deserves answers, and by extension, the community deserves peace.
ACP Michael Phipps, head of the Area 4 Police. The Akampong Electoral Committee says nomination day proceedings for the Maroon elections will continue as planned. Nomination day is set for today, May 15. The committee provided the update following reports that a prospective candidate obtained an interim injunction blocking the leadership race. The candidate, Merdi Rowe, argued that the process went against traditional election practices and was flawed. According to a formal order from the Supreme Court, the injunction would run for 28 days up to June 10. But the committee says the events will proceed as scheduled. It says this decision was taken following consultations with legal counsel both locally and internationally. The committee also condemned Rowe's actions, stating that under the provisions of the Akampong Constitution, he is not qualified to contest the election. It says an individual whose status is questionable should not be permitted to obstruct a constitutionally due process for which thousands of Maroons have long awaited. Now convicted drug dealer and dancehall artist FIFA Mafia was remanded when he appeared in federal court on Thursday to answer drug charges. His next court appearance is to be determined. Czech's Bar News Center revealed that FIFA Mafia had returned to living a lifestyle of excess, which he posted to social media. This was even while he was under surveillance by U.S. federal agencies. William Mitchell reports.
FIFA Mafia, whose given name is Andrew Davis, didn't contest the detention order, though he retains the right to apply for bail. Thursday's hearing lasted less than 10 minutes. The court appointed attorney Edward Borden of the law firm Earp Cohn PC for Mafia after Tamika McCoy withdrew after representing him on Tuesday. Borden was appointed after Mafia indicated he couldn't afford an attorney. FIFA Mafia, Damian Jones, James McBride and Clifford Brown are all charged with possession of and intent to distribute cocaine, methamphetamine and fentanyl. Meanwhile, FIFA Mafia appears to have been arrested after walking into a Drug Enforcement Agency DEA sting operation. The federal complaint revealed the DEA was tracking one Rahim Hanna through a confidential source for a controlled purchase. Hanna allegedly sought the drugs from Damian Jones. This led them to FIFA Mafia, who was allegedly seen on surveillance delivering the drugs to Jones. Unbeknownst to Flipper, he had been under surveillance for 9 months since August. In April, he took to Instagram to celebrate the anniversary of his release from ICE custody.
Today's April the 12th, 2026. April the 12th, 3 years ago, the first time I win the case and come out of immigration. Sadly, the next day, I forgot the parole go report and make them know I come out and end up in the halfway house, go do another 90 days. But I said this for say that, like, you know, got the halfway house, I work at ShopRite, see me in my ShopRite uniform, I don't know the cat youth flipper. From cat youth to this, in the mansion, the expansion.
Less than a month later, he would be back in custody. Before ICE, Mafia was released on parole after being convicted in a separate drug case in 2016. His Instagram profile is a monument to excess. In July last year, he celebrated buying a newly built house. He's seen at parties being showered with champagne, throwing money away while performing in Jamaica and appearing in videos with several prominent dancehall artists. All his lavish activities were being monitored by U.S. authorities. William Mitchell for Nationwide News.
Executive Director of the HerFlow Foundation, Shelley Weeks, has welcomed the government's proposed National Menstrual Health Equity Pilot Program, describing it as a meaningful step toward addressing period poverty.
To say thrilled is just not enough. I'm just happy that it made its way on the policy agenda and that we are going to be doing this pilot program that will eventually get us to the point where every Jamaican girl should not have to choose between her period and her education. I'm so happy. What I'm most excited about is an initiative that will get the education up and running on the level that it needs to be.
The initiative was announced by Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton during his contribution to the sectoral debate in the House of Representatives on Tuesday. It is designed to provide basic items like sanitary napkins to school-age girls in a bid to improve menstrual health and overall well-being. The multi-sectoral pilot will target approximately 2,000 girls across 8 schools. Selection will be based on enrollment in the Program of Advancement Through Health and Education path. This is to ensure the intervention reaches some of the most vulnerable students. Weeks emphasizes the program's educational component will play a critical role in dismantling long-standing stigma and shame surrounding menstruation. She's also welcoming the inclusion of boys in the initiative.
The stigma and the shame is a big barrier to ensuring that the girls get the information that they need. A part of what we also want to do is to ensure that parents have the information, because we assume that parents have all the information that they need, but sometimes they need some resources so that they can guide their children as they go through puberty. So yes, education is going to be a big part of it. And what I want to do is to encourage parents, especially mothers, to have this conversation with their sons, because it normalizes it and it helps us to deal with the stigma and the shame that is still surrounding periods. Inviting the boys to participate has a lot of positive benefits, and I think it is something that is definitely going to be a part of this pilot.
That's Shelley Weeks, Executive Director of HerFlow Foundation. She was speaking during Nationwide at 5 on Thursday. And Government Senator Shireen Golding Campbell says the proposed National Menstruation Health Equity Pilot Program must overcome the stigma and cultural discomfort around discussions concerning menstruation.
This culture we have of not discussing these things, of the girls who are unable to afford period products feeling shame. And so I am really thrilled that this pilot will be engaged, because in the engagement of the pilot is the discussion. Because it is not about just the affordability. It is also the emotional stability of girls. Many who can suffer moderate to severe depression when they're having to deal with period poverty, and some of them who don't feel they can have any conversation with anybody. So there's this feeling of isolation, and studies that have been done indicate that.
Shireen Golding Campbell, Government Senator. She was also speaking on Nationwide at 5 on Thursday. And in news just in, Nationwide understands that the wanted man in relation to the stabbing of a 13-year-old Excelsior High School student, Camellia Paul, the wanted man, 29-year-old Kemar Mitchell, has turned himself in. We're understanding he turned himself in at about 6:30 p.m. Thursday and is now being interviewed by the police. That's it for the local segment of the news. Up next, regional and international.
It's This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6:19.
Transgem Highways is having a 50% Mother's Day discount on T-Tag packages. Get yours from the teller at the toll booth for only $1,250, including a $500 toll credit from May 4 to May 30, 2026. When you get your T-Tag, top up to keep using it. Choose whichever method of topping up is most convenient for you. Go through quicker with a T-Tag every time on Transgem Highways.
In regional and international news this morning, regional news. The United States plans to indict Raul Castro, the 94-year-old former Cuban president and brother of Fidel. This is according to Reuters, which quotes a U.S. Department of Justice official who declined to be named. The timing of the potential indictment, which would need to be approved by a grand jury, was not immediately clear. It's expected to focus on the downing of aircraft. CBS previously reported that the case relates to Cuba's deadly 1996 shoot-down of planes operated by humanitarian group Brothers to the Rescue. According to Reuters, representatives for Cuba's foreign ministry did not immediately respond to a request for comment outside of normal business hours, and a U.S. Justice Department spokesman did not immediately respond to a request for a comment. The development comes after a visit by the CIA chief to Havana on Thursday. International, U.S. President Donald Trump says his patience with Iran was running out and that he had agreed in talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping that Tehran could not be allowed to have a nuclear weapon. He also reiterated that Iran must make a deal and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Trump's comments gave little indication of whether Beijing, the main buyer of Iranian oil, might use its influence with Tehran to end a conflict it said it should never have started. Xi did not comment on his discussions with Trump about Iran. However, China's foreign ministry issued a blunt statement outlining Beijing's frustration with the Iran war. After talks with Trump and Xi on Thursday, the White House said that Xi had made clear China's opposition to the militarization of the waterway and any effort to charge a toll for its use. Trump said Xi also promised not to send Iran military equipment. The official agreements from the U.S.-China summit are yet to be released. And that's it for regional and international. Up next, sports.
Every great project starts at Creative Building Finishes, Jamaica's only choice for the best tiles, best bathrooms, and best kitchens. Whether you're designing, building, renovating, or selecting materials for your next project, we offer exceptional quality, standout designs, and expert guidance you can trust. Visit our showroom in Kingston or Traxall, or explore our full range online at www.creativebuildingfinishes.com. Creative Building Finishes, your beautiful finish begins here.
The Philharmonic Orchestra of Jamaica presents Encore, a harmonic reawakening, captivating music from the classical masters, movies, and our homeland. Saturday, May 16 and Sunday, May 17 at the Little Theatre. Conductor Franklin E. Halliburton, guest soloist Sashika Brown. Tickets $5,000 pre-sold, $6,000 at the gate. Reserved box seats $7,500. Tickets at Fontana Pharmacy, Waterloo, and Sovereign, and the Music Mart. The Philharmonic Orchestra of Jamaica in concert, May 16 and 17 at the Little Theatre.
Digicel Postpaid keeps you better connected. Get the Samsung Galaxy A26 for only $25,000 when you sign up for Postpaid. Plans start as low as $4,000 plus GCT. Visit digiceljamaica.com for participating locations. Conditions apply. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
Time now for your morning sports. Two Jamaicans are down to compete at the Tokyo Golden Grand Prix on Sunday in Japan. Adrian Carr is listed for the 200 meters, while Amoy Brown is due to race in the 100 meters hurdles. Noah Lyles is set to race in the 100 meters, while 400 meters hurdles world champion Ray Benjamin is set to start in the 400 meters. Now, the World Cup finals are just 27 days away, and Nationwide 90 FM continues its countdown to the greatest show on the planet with another memorable World Cup moment. A young Colombian star introduced himself to the world at the 2014 tournament in Brazil. Among a few outstanding strikes, it was this item against Uruguay, which will be remembered for ages. Ames Rodriguez provides our World Cup moment.
Aguilar. Not by Alvaro Pereira, hit by James! Oh, what a goal! One of the greats! My word, this boy's a star! 4 games, 4 goals at World Cup 2014! And that is one that must be up in lights. Brilliant! Just brilliant!
Nationwide 90 FM will have live coverage of the FIFA World Cup starting with the opening games on Thursday, June 11. Finally, in your morning sports, St. Jago High School standout Vital Laws has been drafted into a 17-man West Indies senior squad for a 10-day high-performance training camp in Antigua and Barbuda from May 21 to 31. Laws, who starred for West Indies at the last Youth World Cup, has been invited as part of Cricket West Indies' continued commitment to developing the next generation of players. The camp will be held at Coolidge under the supervision of coach Darren Sammy, with the support of recently recruited fast bowling consultant Otis Gibson. The camp is aimed at intensifying preparations for the demands of a tough international schedule ahead for the senior team, to include the home series against Sri Lanka, which starts in 3 weeks at Sabina Park. 2 other Jamaicans will be at the camp, John Campbell and Brandon King. The other participants are Shea Hope, Joel Andrew, Akeem August, Takisi Carty, Roston Chase, Matthew Ford, Justin Greaves, Amir Jangu, Alzari Joseph, Shamar Joseph, Gudakesh Moti, Kerry Pear, Jaden Seals, and Shamar Springer. And that's it for your morning sports.
Morning after morning, you've made Nationwide 90 FM part of your routine. So let's take this connection one step closer. Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club and be part of it officially on Patreon.
Family.
In business this morning, India has raised fuel prices by about 3% as the energy crisis driven by the Iran war and closure of the Strait of Hormuz starts to bite on the economy. New Delhi announced the 3 rupees per litre price hike on Friday. Gasoline prices rose to over 97 rupees a litre, while diesel climbed to just above 90 rupees. The government says the increase is intended to offset losses triggered by the shortage of supply. India is the world's 3rd largest oil importer, while 90% of the oil it consumes coming from overseas and about half of its usual crude supplies transiting the Strait of Hormuz. This has seen the country heavily impacted by rising energy prices and supply disruptions from the U.S.-Israel war on Iran. New Delhi had been avoiding hiking retail fuel prices, making it one of the last major economies to pass higher crude prices on to consumers. No concrete economic outcomes have been announced from the 2-day U.S.-China summit. After concluding talks on Friday, U.S. President Donald Trump said the meeting had been very successful. Trade deals, great for both countries. Meanwhile, Chinese President Xi Jinping called it a historic and landmark visit. Despite the rhetoric and symbolism, there has been no sweeping trade deals or significant business agreements. Trump was accompanied to China by a high-profile business delegation spanning agriculture, aviation, electric vehicles, and artificial intelligence chips. Finally now, in foreign exchange trading, the Jamaican dollar will open against the benchmark US dollar, selling for an average $159.19. Against the Canadian, the Jamaican will open, selling for an average $116.42. And finally, the Jamaican will begin trading for an average $216.88 against the British pound. That's it for business this morning.
It's This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6:30.
Imagine designing something unique, something personal, something bigger than just a dream. A reality designed by you, just for you. With Sagicor Lifestyle Approved Retirement Scheme, you can design the life you want to live. With tax-deferred savings of up to 20% of your income, you'll have the opportunity to do what you've always wanted to do. A reality designed by you. Call 888-SAGICOR today. Conditions apply.
For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls to the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close.
Hi, babe.
A network built in Jamaica for Jamaicans. But connection has never been just about the network. It's about the people behind every hello.
Yo, my general.
Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
Trying to get close to you, my love. Love, ooh, the shape I made. And would you believe I've lost the race again? But I'm coming again, 'cause I just gotta get in. 'Cause I'm trying to get to you, to you, to you. Break the walls away is as obvious as the colors of your hair. And would you believe that I really care? 'Cause I'm trying to get to you, to you, to you. Oh, I tried writing letters, but they all came back unopened. Yes, I thought you'd be the same old thing again. Oh, I tried telephoning, every time it rang I was wishing that you thought you'd hear the same old thing again. Girl, you're not alone. And would you believe I have lost my way back to love? To a love that never existed, and I see it in you. 'Cause I'm trying to get to you, to you, to you. Oh, baby.
I say love is lovely, and I say war is kinda ugly. So girl, you know you should love me, come love you, and that is true. Watch me now, love you like a fresh vegetable. So tell me if you love Tony Rebel. Me love you like a fresh vegetable. So tell me if you love Tony Rebel. Because you want to let me roll me, you want me say down lovely the two and we are one go. And I love you girl and me can't get over to. So let me tell you something where you want to know. Love you like vegetable. So tell me if you love Tony Rebel. I'm love you like a fresh vegetable. So tell me if you love Tony Rebel.
Girl, each time you pass my way, I'm tempted to touch. Oh, baby, the dress you wear, your perfume, keep me wanting you so much. Now I can't help thinking over you. Of all the lonely nights that you put me through. Come on, baby, let's sit down, talk about it, close the deal. Hey, hey, good vintage wine, sweet conversation, you and I, that's ideal.
First time I met you, I couldn't forget you. Girl, I know I really had to get you. The first time I met you, I couldn't forget you. Girl, I know I really had to get you. I saw you down the lane, girl. Whoa, I never called out your name, girl.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Nationwide this morning. Happy Friday to you. It is Friday, May 15, 2026. Happy to have all of you joining us in the YouTube space. Good morning to our YouTubers. And hello to our friends out there in Radio Land. Hope you're having a lovely Friday morning. And we should tell you that today, Friday, May 15, is National Children's Day. So if you have little ones out there, ensure you show them enough love, extra love today on National Children's Day.
Yes. Top of the morning to you, our listeners, our viewers, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Yes, if you're brewing tea, boiling coffee, boiling coffee. A long time when I come on the stadium, man. But if you're boiling your tea or brewing your coffee, or you're on your way to school, dropping your kids to school and, getting yourself to work, then, thank you so much for staying with us. And of course, we will journey with you wherever you're going, whatever you're doing. So top of the morning to you. Yeah. How are you, Detona?
I'm great. How are you?
I can't even find the word, to be honest. I'm elated. I'm excited. I am happy. I am jovial. I've started to get some better sleep. Yeah.
We're happy about that.
Yeah, I started to get some better sleep because I was in a murder trial, triple murder for 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks. And once I start a trial, my life just disappears because I'm locked in.
Right.
Finally it done. Of course, one and no case submission. Big up Peter Champagne, Samuel Campbell, yeah. So
that matter, right?
Yes. We do the big cases.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, I'm elated. Coming off a big win in a trial, and I'm here with you. Haven't seen you in a while.
Haven't seen you in a while.
Has George been taking care of you?
He has been taking care of me.
Okay, you're looking like it.
Listen, here's the thing. All the gentlemen at Nationwide take great care of me.
Of course, you're the rose among the thorns.
Yeah, they're wonderful. I have no complaints about the gentlemen at Nationwide. They're wonderful. They're wonderful. Yeah. From simple things like peeling my orange. Chivalry is alive and well at Nationwide.
Talk no man. Repeat that louder.
Chivalry is alive and well. At Nationwide. Yeah, man. They're fantastic men here. No complaints. No complaints.
Yeah. No, we didn't call your name, Jermaine. We didn't call your name. We didn't call your name.
Yeah, I have fabulous gentlemen here. So no complaints.
Yeah.
But on the occasion, YouTubers and folks out there in Radio Land, if you want to hop on over to the channel, on the occasion of National Children's Day, we want to roll it a little bit back this morning, Saeed, going down memory lane here in Jamaica on this occasion to ask some really simple but nostalgic questions, I'd say. For example, growing up, what was your favorite cartoon? Or a cartoon that you...
Tom and Jerry.
Is that still on TV?
I haven't seen
Jeremy,
it on TV.
call our producer, Michelle. Michelle would know.
Yeah.
Or perhaps Kimon.
Yeah.
It's Tom and Jerry, YouTubers.
Tom and Jerry
still
still on
on TV.
It did up on TV. I haven't seen it, but then again, I don't watch that much TV.
It's
Yeah,
on
but
Netflix.
Netflix don't count.
No, wait. Tom and Jerry's on Netflix? Oh.
Wait, Tom and Jerry's on Netflix? Nigel has a different Netflix than the rest of us?
Nigel watch.
So that's your favorite show, Nigel? For context listeners, Nigel is a big old greyback man. Could be my father.
Side up, push it to the... No, I can't believe this. I'm gonna have to search now. Tom and Jerry's on Netflix. Okay.
Yeah. And you know,
Sharon says Popeye. That's
What's
definitely
Popeye?
not on TV anymore.
What's Popeye?
The tin of, what was it? Spinach? What was in the tin, Jermaine? Popeye, spinach. You don't know Popeye the Sailor Man?
The only Popeye me know are Popeyes. I sell chicken. That's the only Popeye me know.
And what was his girlfriend's name? Olive.
Olive?
Yeah.
Oh, you know which cartoon did bad?
Yeah.
Pink Panther.
So, well,
Pink
some
Panther.
of our YouTubers, Sharon
Yeah.
Finley's mentioning Pink Panther and,
That was
and
hilarious.
Glaystar as well.
Yeah.
Roger says Bugs Bunny. Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I don't think that's on TV anymore either.
Bugs Bunny, no.
Which one is this? Thundercats? Yay! A lot of the YouTubers are also mentioning Thundercats, including Andrea Mitchell. Andrea says that was her favorite.
And somebody said the Jetsons. Yeah, I remember the Jetsons.
Yeah. I don't know this one. Woody Woodpecker.
You don't know Woody Woodpecker?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, man, I know that one.
Oh, I don't
I know that one. And I know Pinky and the Brain.
Yes.
Teacher Paul said Pinky and the Brain. I know that one as well.
Gail Porter says Tweety Bird. Tweety Bird.
Ah, you know which one was good?
But wasn't that a part of Sylvester? Yeah.
Somebody just said in the chat a while ago, the Flintstones.
Yes, that's a good one.
I used to love the Flintstones. In fact, my mommy used to give me the Flintstone vitamins.
Yes.
The one that shape out in the Flintstone characters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, good old days.
It's Centrum for the kids.
Yes, the Centrum. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Captain Planet, yes. I see Joe, is this Joe Halou saying Captain Planet. Chris says Bat-Tink. I've never heard of that one.
Fabian Johnson said Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
And
Power Rangers
Powerpuff Girls.
was a cartoon?
Yeah, Power Rangers.
Or was it a show? YouTubers finished this by what?
By the power of Grayskull.
By the power of Grayskull.
Which one, that King?
It.
Huh? I'm lost.
King.
I am lost.
King Royal says Looney Tunes. I love Looney Tunes too. And I'm Masters of the Universe. Which one, Jermaine? Scooby-Doo was good.
I think Nigel just watches cartoons.
You watch every cartoon.
Nigel watches on there as what cartoon.
And Bob the Builder.
Yes, can we get a bit more
Powell
recent?
says
Yes, Bob the Builder. Yes.
That was good too.
Diego and Dora.
Oh gosh, didn't you get tired of?
Hey,
did you get tired?
I found Dora annoying because why are you asking the same question 3 times every time?
But here's the explanation. They said Dora is a teaching cartoon.
Yeah, but it's tired for her. Sorry.
So you have to ask several times. Which one? So YouTubers, Jermaine say you're gonna know Captain Caveman and Mutt and Jeff. I definitely don't know those.
King, when are you born again? Because what are you talking about?
Well, Jeremy's a big 5-0, so he'd know.
Jeez.
He'd know. Viv Gooden says Pinky and the Brain. Yeah. Yeah, and Mona says I loved Scooby-Doo. Yeah, Scooby-Doo was really good.
Scooby-Doo was good fun.
What about Courage, the Cowardly Dog? That was a good one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know Courage? No, you have to introduce Saeed to Courage.
I don't know Courage, King. I just said that. I don't know Courage. No, the Courage, we know the one in the dictionary and the one we have.
We have to introduce it to Courage. Really good cartoon. Yeah. Ash Smart says Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yeah, that was a good one. Oh. Kim Possible was my favorite cartoon.
Phineas and Ferb.
I've heard
it's 104 days for summer vacation.
I've heard
school comes along
I
just
don't
to
recall
end it.
being a kiddo that watched it.
Really?
Yeah.
But the annual problem for our generation is finding a good way to spend it.
Yeah.
Like maybe building a rocket or something.
I'm a basic average girl, and I'm here to save the world. You can stop me because I'm Kim Possible. There is nothing I can more than I'm on my way.
Oh, you didn't really watch it.
Doesn't matter when there's trouble. If you just call my name, Kim Possible. Call me, beat me if you wanna.
Yeah, she did sit down in front of the TV.
Silverhawk, yes.
And Clifford the Big Red Dog.
That was a good one.
You know, I one that we're missing too. Magic School Bus. That one. Magic School Bus was good.
Yes. Somebody says Bugs Bunny. Monica says Bugs Bunny. He-Man. K. Williams says He-Man. Right. Chris Burt says Galaxy Rangers. Radhika says Top Cat. I don't know if I know. Top Cat. You guys know Top Cat? Christopher Coke also saying Top Cat. And Cross says Sailor Moon. Rick NYCJM, good morning, says Magic School Bus, Gummy Bears. You know Gummy Bears?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Which one, Jeremy? Garfield and Heathcliff? Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
The only Garfield I know is the big orange cat. That's totally gone, I know.
And Braceface. I was a fan of Braceface too.
What's Braceface?
And how it go? Penny Proud.
Ah, Penny Proud. Yeah. Yeah, Penny Proud was a good one. So Penny Proud is not old?
We said cartoons you watch growing up, so
it depends. It depends on the range, King. It depends on the year, you know.
Sim1 says Rugrats. Rugrats was good, really good. Rugrats was good. I see Harold here saying G-Force. And MJ says Cohen Chicken was a no-no.
Cohen Chicken? What?
Oh, I don't know that
Damn.
one. Michelle Gray says Grape Ape. And Wilson says Inspector Gadget. Yeah, Proud Family is what it was. Not
Proud
Penny
Family,
Proud.
yeah,
Proud
Proud
Family.
That was a good
Thank
cartoon.
you for that, Raquella.
That was a very good
Proud Family. Wizard of Oz. Damian Brown says Wizard of Oz.
All right, can I?
Elmer Fudd. Donald Martin. Elmer Fudd. Yeah, man. Don't know that one.
Yogi Bear is smarter than the average bear. Yogi Bear is always in the ranger's hair. At the picnic table you will find him there. Stuffing down more goodies than the average bear. He will sleep till noon, but before
King, I have one for you that we have not mentioned. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
You can't forget that
Good one. That win.
You can't beat that one.
For sure. Sesame Street. Oh, that was really a cartoon. SpongeBob. Yeah, man. Find it now. Find it.
SpongeBob was the cartoon.
Find it.
Yeah.
So many people have shared their experience watching SpongeBob and like different characters. Yeah, here we go.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, Captain!
Oh! Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants!
Absorbent and yellow and porous is he.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
If nautical nonsense be something you wish,
SpongeBob SquarePants!
then drop on the deck and flop like a fish!
SpongeBob SquarePants!
SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants! SpongeBob SquarePants!
It's This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6:49.
JPS and Partners Cooperative Credit Union offers financial solutions for every stage in your life: savings, auto loans, mortgages, and more. The temperature by JPS and Partners Cooperative Credit Union, your financial partner for life, is
27 degrees in Kingston, 26 out west in Montego Bay, and 22 in Mandeville.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Bring back the fun of shopping. Discover the best finds in every aisle of amazing items. For your kitchen, your living room, your bedroom, or any room, Azan Supercenter has that perfect touch to elevate your space to the next level. Our team is ready to help you find what you are looking for you or someone else. So stop by our Crossroads store today and rediscover the fun of shopping.
Azan Supercenter, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Attention Path beneficiaries. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security is advising beneficiaries with surnames S to Z who collect Path payments through JN Money Services that outstanding payments are now available for collection up to May 28. Affected beneficiaries will receive a text message confirming payment details. Visit your designated JN Money Services location to collect your benefits today. For more information, call Path at 876-922-8000-13 or visit the Ministry's website mlss.gov.jm. Path, advancing your family, developing Jamaica.
This station raised me. It gave me a voice. And if Nationwide has ever meant something to you, come on in. Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club today on Patreon.
Mega Mart, that's value by far. You can get it all here at Mega Mart. Mega Mart, that's value by far. You can get it all here at Mega Mart.
My Mega Mart, the best value by far. My Mega Mart, the best value by far.
That time of the morning when we get our first report of Street Smart with Ludlow McLean. Hey to you, Ludlow.
Morning, Tony. Morning, Said.
Good morning, Ludlow.
All those cartoons, I remember most of them. But I also remember the comedies like Mr. Ben and Matlock. You should know that one.
Which one, Ludlow?
Matlock. Mr. Bean.
Ah.
And Matlock. That's cartoons. That's not really cartoons. Those are real comedies.
Oh.
Yeah, comedies. Yeah. The situation is it's a Friday, but because I'm moving around, where I am, I'm not noticing any build-up. I'm right now in the vicinity of Bay Farm Road. I'm going across the Newark, then Keysing. It's pretty good movement. Walton Park Road in both directions has traffic, but it's moving. When you go down towards Hagley Park Road, it's also movement, good movement, all the way from the 3 miles there coming up. And when you go across those 3 miles to Marcus Garvey Drive, you're going to notice really a lot of traffic heading towards the southbound side of Marcus Garvey Drive. You're going to notice vehicles coming off the Portmore side onto the Marcus Garvey off-ramp and heading towards downtown via Water Lane and Harbour Street. So it's our first report for the morning. It's back to you, Said.
Well, it was Tono, but thank you so much, Ludlow. That's
No
Street
worries.
Smart. Up next, your word of the day. The word of the day is spelled A-G-L-E-T. That's A-G-L-E-T.
Aglet.
Aglet. Aglet.
So aglet is your word of the day. It's a noun. It's a metal or plastic tag at the end of a lace. A metal or plastic tag at the end of a lace. Aglet. That's your word of the day. I'm pretty sure many of you have seen aglets before when you go into the store. Aglet. A metal or plastic tag at the end of a lace. That's your word of the day. Up next, your features at the top of the hour. We have the news.
For many children today, their first introduction to the internet comes through a tablet or a smartphone. If you're considering purchasing a tablet for your child, there are a few important factors to think about. Before handing over the device, it's crucial to decide what you're comfortable with your child using it for. Will they be allowed to play games, search online, chat with others, or download apps? Setting clear boundaries up front helps avoid confusion later on. This week on Parenting Tips, how to properly guide your child with their first device. Make sure the tablet is set up safely before your child starts using it. Activate parental controls to restrict access to inappropriate content. Familiarize yourself with the device's safety features, including reporting tools and safety modes, so you can guide your child confidently. Opt for child-friendly websites and search engines to ensure your child's online activities are safe and appropriate. For younger users, keep the conversation simple. Discuss rules around tablet use, including when and where it's okay to use it. Many parents set boundaries like a device-free mealtime or keeping the device in a shared space where they can keep an eye on their child. Open dialogue is key. Encourage your child to come to you if they encounter something online that may make them upset, uncomfortable, or confused. Regular check-ins will help create a positive online experience and build trust from the start. Tablets are often used for gaming, so it's important to talk to your child about the games they play. Check the age ratings, and if the game has a chat feature, consider disabling it for younger users. It's also a great idea to let them show you how the game works, so you stay involved in their online world. Many apps and games offer in-app purchases, which can easily lead to unexpected costs. To avoid this, block in-app purchases in your device's settings. You can also restrict access to the App Store and add a password to manage what your child can download. As your child becomes more independent with their device, it's important to talk about privacy, inappropriate content, sharing personal information, and the dangers of cyberbullying. Setting clear expectations and maintaining open communication will keep your child safe as they explore the digital world. By taking these steps, you'll help ensure your child's online experience is safe, enjoyable, and age-appropriate. That's all for Parenting Tips this week.
Fearless and fair, Nationwide 90 FM.
When you're eating, especially at a restaurant or in any public place, do you know that the utensils, which are the knives, forks, spoons, etc., have a language of their own? This language just has to be learned and practiced so that you're not left in an awkward position to be judged by others as being a butu or a sketel, even if you appear to be very wealthy. This is Lifestyle Pages on Eating in Public. There are two schools of thought on the language that governs how we use knives, forks, spoons, etc. The British, the European language, and the American way. The American way is to use a fork to hold the food in place and then use the knife to cut the food. The knife is then placed at the top or side of the plate, and the fork is then switched to the right hand and lifted to the mouth. Some people find it offensive to use the back of the fork, and others find it offensive to use the knife to place food in the sink or inside of the fork as if it were a shovel. The rule to observe is, when in Rome, do what the Romans do. I'm Valerie, and those were Lifestyle Pages.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
Distracted driving costs lives. Keep your eyes on the road and arrive alive. The time brought to you by the Jamaica Information Service is...
News time, 7 o'clock.
The most credible news in the morning. The news at 7 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Coming up in the news at 7 for this morning, Friday, May 15, 2026. Man accused of stabbing 13-year-old girl turned himself into the police. Capri report finds Jamaica's expenditure on education is not producing the desired return on investment. A compound Maroons defying court-ordered injunction for planned internal elections. And in international news, Trump says he and China's Xi agree Iran cannot have nuclear weapons. The details after the break.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. The man accused of stabbing a 13-year-old girl at her home in Harborview, St. Andrew on the weekend has surrendered to the police. He is 29-year-old Kamar Mitchell. He turned himself into the Kingston East Police around 6:30 p.m. on Thursday. He is currently being interviewed. The injured girl is Camelia Paul, a student of Excelsior High School in St. Andrew. Mitchell allegedly stabbed her during a confrontation at her family home in Bayshore Park, Harborview, St. Andrew over the weekend. Reports from the police are that Mitchell went to the home to speak with his child's mother. A quarrel broke out between the pair, and the woman's mother intervened, asking Mitchell to leave. Mitchell and his child's mother then got into a fist fight. The police say the 13-year-old and another relative stepped in to help defuse the situation. However, Mitchell reportedly took a knife from his waistband and stabbed the teenager in the stomach. She remains in critical condition in hospital and is reportedly in urgent need of blood to have major surgery. Jamaica's expenditure on education is not producing the desired return on investment. That's the finding from a report done by the Caribbean Policy Research Institute, CAPRI, and commissioned by UNICEF Jamaica. The report, titled Room for Improvement, The Gap Between Public Spending and Child Outcomes in Jamaica, was launched at the Wilmer's Boys School Auditorium in St. Andrew on Thursday evening. Mahir Stewart reports.
According to the report, Jamaica has spent 5% of its gross domestic product on education over the last 3 decades. This is a number that surpasses the average spend by countries in Latin America and the Caribbean. But, as explained by Capri's Director of Research, Dr. Diana Thorburn, while Jamaica is spending on education, the outcome does not reflect the resource allocation.
We are allocating a share of our national income to education at the level of rich countries. We spend like a rich country. And yet, a child entering school today in Jamaica can expect 11 and a half years of schooling, but will learn only the equivalent of 7 of them. Jamaica's score on the World Bank's Human Capital Index, which measures the productive potential a child born today will reach by age 18, is 0.53, meaning a Jamaican child is on track to realize just over half their potential. We spend like a rich country, but we're not getting the outcomes of one.
Dr. Thorburn notes that due to gaps in the reporting of the estimates of expenditure, Capri could not settle on a per-child expenditure figure.
Entities such as NHT, Chase, InSports, JSIF all spend heavily on children. Those numbers do not appear in the estimates of expenditure. External financing supports a lot of child expenditure. That doesn't come in the estimates. Civil society spends a lot on children. That doesn't come in the estimates. Even if we were able to get to a figure that we felt somewhat confident in, it still would not tell us what we need to know. Money allocated is not money delivered. The question that matters is not how much goes in, it is what comes out. And the link between the two depends on implementation, institutional capacity, accountability, and those are precisely the things that the report found to be deficient.
She says there's a data gap between overall expenditure geared towards children and child-specific output targets.
Across every category we examined, we found no performance frameworks linking expenditure to outcomes and no disaggregated reporting connecting spending to what children actually received. So the estimates tell us what government intends to spend, what it plans to spend, what it spent the previous year, but it does not tell us what was delivered, to whom, or with what result. No requirement to report on outcomes mean there is no onus to achieve them. The absence of data is not just a data gap, and this is a finding of the report. It is an accountability gap.
Mahiri Stewart for Nationwide News.
Meanwhile, the report highlights a chronic underspending on education over the first 3 years of a child's life.
The first 1,000 days are largely outside the education budget. They belong in health, in housing, in nutrition, in child protection, in social protection, which are precisely the categories where Jamaica's spending is the thinnest, the least protected, and the most opaque. Education spending cannot deliver its potential returns where the foundations were not built. Jamaica is investing heavily at the wrong end of the developmental timeline. This is a structural issue.
Dr. Diana Thorburn, Capri's Director of Research. She was speaking at Capri's report launch held at the Wilma's Boys Auditorium on Thursday evening. Works Minister Robert Morgan is reiterating the government's stance that the proposed One Road Authority will not undermine the work of municipal corporations.
The One Road Authority is still in development. It has not yet been established. That is why consultations are being held. These engagements provide the opportunity for questions to be asked and concerns to be raised. The consultations will help shape the final framework. The government recognizes the importance of local government in the management of Jamaica's road network, and discussions on road responsibility must also, however, acknowledge the dedicated funding already provided to municipal corporations.
The One Road Authority is a proposal by the Holness administration for a single authority to manage the repair of the nation's roads. It's aimed at guaranteeing uniform construction, maintenance standards, and consistent quality across the island. Currently, the management of the island's roads are divided between the National Works Agency, NWA, and local municipal corporations. Some municipal authorities have raised concerns about whether the proposed authority will weaken their voice on road governance, but Minister Morgan says not so.
The One Road Authority is not intended to undermine municipal corporations or remove the value of local knowledge. Rather, it is intended to create a stronger national framework for road classification, standards, asset management, data maintenance, planning, and performance monitoring. The objective is not to diminish local government. The objective is to ensure that every road authority, whether national or local, operates within a clear, better coordinated, and more accountable system. Jamaica cannot continue with a structure where responsibility is blurred and the public is left frustrated.
Robert Morgan, Works Minister. The Akampong Electoral Committee says proceedings for the Maroon elections will continue as planned. This despite a 28-day injunction ordered by the Supreme Court. In a statement late on Thursday, the committee said it noted the order. It said, however, that it would proceed with nomination dates set for today, May 15. The committee says the decision was taken following consultations with the local and international legal counsel. It condemned the action of Mayor Rowe, who applied for the injunction. The Akampong Electoral Committee says by virtue of his actions, Merdi is not qualified to contest the election as per the provisions of the Akampong Constitution. It says an individual whose status is questionable should not be permitted to obstruct a constitutionally due process for which thousands of Maroons have long awaited. Convicted drug dealer and dancehall artist FIFA Mafia was remanded when he appeared in federal court on Thursday to answer drug charges. His next court appearance is to be determined. Checks Bar News Center revealed that FIFA Mafia had returned to living a lifestyle of excess, which he posted to social media. This was even while he was under surveillance by U.S. federal agencies. William Mitchell reports.
FIFA Mafia, whose given name is Andrew Davis, didn't contest the detention order, though he retains the right to apply for bail. Thursday's hearing lasted less than 10 minutes. The court appointed attorney Edward Borden of the law firm Earp Cohn PC for Mafia after Tamika McCoy withdrew after representing him on Tuesday. Borden was appointed after Mafia indicated he couldn't afford an attorney. FIFA Mafia, Damian Jones, James McBride and Clifford Brown are all charged with possession of and intent to distribute cocaine, methamphetamine and fentanyl. Meanwhile, FIFA Mafia appears to have been arrested after walking into a Drug Enforcement Agency DEA sting operation. The federal complaint revealed the DEA was tracking one Rahim Hanna through a confidential source for a controlled purchase. Hanna allegedly sought the drugs from Damian Jones. This led them to FIFA Mafia, who was allegedly seen on surveillance delivering the drugs to Jones. Unbeknownst to Flipper, he had been under surveillance for 9 months since August. In April, he took to Instagram to celebrate the anniversary of his release from ICE custody.
Today's April the 12th, 2026. April the 12th, 3 years ago, when the first time I win the case and come out of immigration. Sadly, the next day, I forgot the parole got report and make them know I come out and end up in the halfway house, go do another 90 days. But I said this for say that, like, you know, got the halfway house, I work at ShopRite, see me in my ShopRite uniform, I don't know the cat youth flipper. From cat youth to this, in the mansion, the expansion.
Less than a month later, he would be back in custody. Before ICE, Mafia was released on parole after being convicted in a separate drug case in 2016. His Instagram profile is a monument to excess. In July last year, he celebrated buying a newly built house. He's seen at parties being showered with champagne, throwing money away while performing in Jamaica and appearing in videos with several prominent dancehall artists. All his lavish activities were being monitored by U.S. authorities. William Mitchell for Nationwide News.
Executive Director of the Her Flow Foundation, Shelley-Ann Weeks, has welcomed the government's proposed National Menstrual Health Equity Pilot Program, describing it as a meaningful step toward addressing period poverty.
To say thrilled is just not enough. I am just happy that it made its way on the policy agenda and that we are going to be doing this pilot program that will eventually get us to the point where every Jamaican girl should not have to choose between her period and her education. I'm so happy. What I'm most excited about is an initiative that will get the education up and running on the level that it needs to be.
The initiative was announced by Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton during his contribution to the sectoral debate in the House of Representatives on Tuesday. It is designed to provide basic items like sanitary napkins to school-age girls in a bid to improve menstrual health and overall well-being. The multi-sectoral pilot will target approximately 2,000 girls across 8 schools. Selection will be based on enrollment in the Program of Advancement Through Health and Education path. This is to ensure the intervention reaches some of the most vulnerable students. Weeks emphasizes the program's educational component will play a critical role in dismantling long-standing stigma and shame surrounding menstruation. She's also welcoming the inclusion of boys in the initiative.
the stigma and the shame is a big barrier to ensuring that the girls get the information that they need. A part of what we also want to do is to ensure that parents have the information, because we assume that parents have all the information that they need, but sometimes they need some resources so that they can guide their children as they go through puberty. So yes, education is going to be a big part of it. And what I want to do is to encourage parents, especially mothers, to have this conversation with their sons, because it normalizes it and it helps us to deal with the stigma and the shame that is still surrounding periods. Inviting the boys to participate has a lot of positive benefits, and I think it is something that is definitely going to be a part of this pilot.
That's Shelley Weeks, Executive Director of Her Flow Foundation. She was speaking during Nationwide at 5 on Thursday. And Government Senator Shireen Golding Campbell says that the proposed National Menstruation Health Equity Pilot Program must overcome the stigma and cultural discomfort around discussions concerning menstruation.
This culture we have of not discussing these things, of the girls who are unable to afford period products feeling shame. And so I am really thrilled that this pilot will be engaged, because in the engagement of the pilot is the discussion, because it is not about just the affordability. It is also the emotional stability of girls, many who can suffer moderate to severe depression when they're having to deal with period poverty, and some of them who don't feel they can have any conversation with anybody. So there's this feeling of isolation, and studies that have been done indicate that.
Shireen Golding Campbell, Government Senator. She was also speaking on Nationwide at 5. Turning now to an item of regional news, the United States plans to indict Raul Castro, the 94-year-old former Cuban president and brother of Fidel. This is according to Reuters, which quotes a U.S. Department of Justice official who declined to be named. The timing of the potential indictment, which would need to be approved by a grand jury, was not immediately clear. It's expected to focus on the downing of aircraft. CBS previously reported that the case relates to Cuba's deadly 1996 shoot-down of planes operated by humanitarian group Brothers to the Rescue. According to Reuters, representatives for Cuba's foreign ministry did not immediately respond to a request for comment outside of normal business hours, and the U.S. Justice Department spokesman did not immediately respond to a request for a comment. The development comes after a visit by the CIA chief to Havana on Thursday. International. Africa's top health agency has declared an Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo's eastern Ituri province. The Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says around 246 cases and 65 deaths have been reported. In its statement on Friday, the center said it was convening a meeting with DR Congo, neighboring Uganda and South Sudan, and other international partners to discuss priorities, including response efforts and cross-border surveillance. Ebola was first discovered in 1976 in what is now DR Congo and is thought to have spread from bats. This is the 17th outbreak of the deadly viral disease in the country. Also in international, U.S. President Donald Trump says his patience with Iran was running out and that he had agreed in talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping that Tehran could not be allowed to have a nuclear weapon. He also reiterated that Iran must make a deal and reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Trump's comments gave little indication of whether Beijing, the main buyer of Iranian oil, might use its influence with Tehran to end a conflict it said it should never have started. Xi did not comment on his discussions with Trump about Iran. The official agreements from the U.S.-China summit are yet to be released. And that's it for the news at 7.
Sign up for the JN Money Card. It's safe, convenient, and free. The time by JN Money is
7:18.
Rent or buy your hurricane supplies from Total Tools. Visit 102 Main Street, Ocharis, 34 Slipe Road, Kingston 5, or Lot C6, Drax Hall, St. Anne's Bay. The temperature brought to you by Total Tools Jamaica is
28 degrees Celsius in capital city Kingston, 27 out west in Montego Bay, in Mandeville 22 degrees Celsius.
Your dream home just got easier with Active Home Center. Now you can shop online for tiles, bathroom fixtures, furniture, appliances, and so much more, all from the comfort of your home. Visit ActiveHomeCenter.com, explore thousands of styles, get the best deals, then click and collect at your nearest Active location. Simple, secure, convenient. Your home is just one click away. Active Home Center, more savings, more choices.
Still looking for a career opportunity in security? Join us at Quest Security Services Job Fair at Harmony Beach Park in Montego Bay this Saturday, May 16, and again on Saturday, May 30 from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Bring your valid ID, TRN, resume, recommendations, and clean police record. Take the next step toward a career in security with Quest Security Services, May 16 and May 30, Harmony Beach Park, Montego Bay. Quest Security Services, Total Protection Group.
For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls to the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close. Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
You don't have to dig up for cash for pay tool. With a T-Tag, your transaction is linked to your T-Tag account. So you don't have to worry about cash. Just make sure you download the app and keep your account topped up. You can use WhatsApp or the My T-Tag app.
Save money and save time. If you don't have a tag, you will waste time. Yeah, your seatbelt buckle and you're driving safe. Use up your T-Tag, drive and save.
Make smart money moves like a winner and use your T-Tag every time.
That time of the morning when we get our second report of Street Smart with Ludlow McLean. Here again, see Ludlow.
Hey again, Tona morning time again. Listeners, motoring public, I hope you're having a great time. And just to tell you that it's still bright and sunny. And those of you coming down Long Lane, Stony Hill, there is some traffic coming down and it's slow moving. Once you get in the vicinity of Mary Brown's Corner, the intersection of Manning's Road, Constant Spring, and going all the way down, there's traffic going all the way down. And when you look across the Dunrobin Avenue, coming from Washington Boulevard, Dunrobin has traffic that goes across the Constant Spring, and Constant Spring southbound as usual has traffic all the way to Harper Tree Square. And if you're coming from Olivia Road, that's from Manor Park onto Shortwood Road, there's also traffic, especially the intersection of Mannington Road, Shortwood Road and the Grand Spin Road, and then from there towards Constant Spring Road. Waterloo also has traffic going all the way across to Upper Waterloo to Waterloo to right across to Trafalgar Road. There is traffic, and also Kingsway, that road that runs parallel to, that takes in front of the Hospital Andrews Memorial. So those areas has a lot of traffic. And when you're going up to Ligony, you'll also find the traffic coming from down Olop Road into the Matilda's Corner area, and then from there going all the way down. And if you're trying to make it to Monroe Road, definitely you're going to have traffic in that area also. And that is if you're coming from Mona Road or Olop Road, Monroe Road to Wellington Drive. Remember, it's still work in progress in that area. So you just have to be careful and obey the flag man. All right? As usual, have yourselves a great weekend. And at Street Smart, your safety is all concerned. Over to you, Tona.
Thank you so much, Ludlow, for that second report of Street Smart with Ludlow McLean. Up next, our discussion segment, The Front Page.
Front Page is brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business. For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies, including plugs, switches, panel boards, and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer, and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
7:23. Thank you so much for staying with us. We now turn to the front page. The Caribbean tourism industry is once again focusing on regional integration and business development with a new edition of the Caribbean Travel Marketplace, CTM. It's the Caribbean's leading B2B tourism forum organized by the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association. The event is on the way in Antigua and Barbuda, bringing together tour operators, hoteliers, airlines, tourism boards, and international buyers from key markets, including the United States, Europe, and Latin America.
Now considered the region's most important tourism marketing event, Caribbean Travel Marketplace serves as a platform for pre-scheduled meetings between Caribbean suppliers and global buyers, aiming to strengthen commercial partnerships, expand tourism product distribution, and accelerate the sector's growth and recovery. According to the CHTA, international buyer demand for this year's edition has surpassed last year's levels, reflecting the strong global interest in the Caribbean and the region's continued tourism growth. Joining us now to talk about that and other tourism matters, Minister of Tourism Edmund Bartlett. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Diego. Is that the new partner with you?
No, he's always been here, Minister.
George?
he pops in from time to time when his busy schedule allows. Syed Bernard.
Well.
Thank you so much for joining us here on NTM.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. So
morning.
Before we get to what's happening at the conference, Minister, there are some other matters in relation to the industry that, since we have you here, I want you to speak to. One of the first one is in relation to a recent UK travel advisory that included warnings about crime and incidents of sexual assault in tourist areas. Do you think the advisory unfairly reflects conditions in Jamaica or is overstating the risk facing tourists here?
Well, we just wrote, Professor Waller and myself just published a book on destination reputational resilience. And one of the big issues was how sometimes travel advisories are used to create particular perceptions on destinations that are not necessarily reflective of what the true position is. That many times incidents may happen in isolated areas and are magnified. Because in all fairness, we cannot truly justify any discussion with regards to that kind of characterization which the advisory indicated. And this is the first time that I'd be saying something, public on any advisory. That one caught us all by surprise because we cannot, especially in the context of the significant downward trend in crime overall in the country. And, there hasn't been, in our instance, any spike at all in that sort of activity. And not only that, Jamaica has an enviable record, really, in terms of visitor safety. Of all the crimes committed in the country, less than 0.1% is against any visitor who comes to the country. A 42% repeat business indicate a confidence in the destination by our traveling partners. So we've read it. We are responding, of course, in the market. We're not responding in terms of a diplomatic response. We're responding in the market by continuing to position Jamaica as the preferred destination in the Caribbean for the UK tourists, and that has been so, and we're very proud of it, and we'll be working very hard. Having said that, we recognize also that we must continue always to improve our presence in the market, and indeed the two big C words that we use so well in tourism, confidence and trust. Those are the two standard words that guide the way in which we build destination assurance in Jamaica.
Want to ask you, Minister, because you seem to say that the use of travel advisories are more than it seems. Sometimes some politicking against hegemonic states, to our state, who depends on tourism. But in your experience, does it really ever affect our tourism product?
Well, it affects it from the point of view that large groups that rely on insurance cover have a difficulty getting affordable insurance because of the risk that suggests. And so to that extent, yes, it does. You know, and some groups also from government agencies, especially out of, say, the United States, they are influenced by travel advisories. So yes, they do have an impact. However, the impact in terms of our growth rate has not been significant. And I'm not saying this for any to believe that we are not mindful of travel advisories and that we don't act in relation to some of the reviews that are made, because some are correct, some are accurate. And where that is so, we act, and we act as fast as we possibly can. But in a lot of instances, we find that the characterization in terms of its generalities doesn't reflect the way our visitors view and indeed experience the destination.
You said, Minister, that you're not necessarily responding diplomatically, but within the market. Has the market responded back to this travel advisory expressing concerns?
No, but we are always mindful of that, because we are in a space where belief, as I said in my book, belief travels faster than facts. And so you have to move to avoid that belief taking over by inserting facts all the while. And that's what we're trying to do. That's part of the resilience that we speak about in terms of reputational resilience, yes. You must be ahead of the flow of belief. So with facts. So the market is always having an accurate position on you.
In relation to flights now, Minister, if you could explain to our listeners who are still trying to understand if the Spirit closure has had minimal or significant impact in terms of flights coming into the country.
Well, so far, but one has to look beyond what the immediate situation is with Spirit.
So far, minimal impact.
Indeed. But one has to look beyond what the outcome of Spirit tells us. We have to look at the broader picture of the overall headwind that the aviation industry is facing as a result of the geopolitical situation now obtaining. And so we have to be sitting with our partners, and indeed we have started to work with our airline partners. Certainly I'm not calling names of companies in this discussion, but certainly we are aware that there are a number of other airlines that are facing headwinds and difficulties that may impact us and the global tourism market in general later on, if there are significant changes and quick changes in terms of the realities we now face in the Middle East as well as in the Caribbean.
And what are the possibilities you're understanding as the portfolio minister?
Well, we always are proactive, as you know, and one of the hallmarks that enable us to have growth even in difficult periods is that we tend to try to future-proof our market. So we go ahead of the curve. We try to meet with our partners and to see how we can mitigate the impact that these headwinds may have. And we're doing just that now. I'm not at liberty to tell you the secret of our trade, but I just want Jamaica to appreciate that this Ministry of Tourism and this Andrew Holness government is very proactive in these matters, and that we do have that sense of the longer view, and we see many things down the road, and we move ahead so that we can mitigate the impact. When we had the worst economic downturn caused by the recessions of 2008-9, we were ahead of the curve again. And even though there was an overall fallout in the Caribbean, Jamaica's level of fallout was significantly lower. Consequently, we were able to get market share and grow faster on the rebound than anywhere else. So that's what we're looking at in this context. We have to go ahead of the curve. We have to find out how we can work with our partners so that when the headwinds do hit hard, Jamaica's impact will be lesser than elsewhere.
Minister, hold the line for us. We go to a break. Come back with more.
Jamaica live good, yeah. I make we enjoy life. What we feel safe at night. Jamaica live good.
Jamaica, stop the killing and give up the guns. Just live good now.
The time brought to you by the Ministry of National Security and Peace is
7:34.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
This is a public service announcement from the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. The Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs wishes to advise the public that effective Tuesday, April 28 to Friday, May 28, the Attorney General's chambers will be accepting service of court documents and other correspondence at the Ministry's 1A Fairway Avenue, Kingston 6 office. The Ministry apologizes for any inconvenience this change may cause and thanks you for your understanding. That was a public service announcement from the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs.
Digicel Postpaid keeps you better connected. Get the Samsung Galaxy A26 for only $25,000 when you sign up for Postpaid. Plans start as low as $4,000 plus GCT. Visit digiceljamaica.com for participating locations. Conditions apply. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
Kingston and St. Andrew on Wednesday, July 8 and Thursday, July 9, the Traffic Court will host its Traffic Ticket Public Day at the National Arena starting at 9 a.m. Got a ticket and missed your court date? Resolve your matter in a structured way. Registration is mandatory and closes May 31. Register via WhatsApp 876-453-5060 or 876-453-5242 or email traffictickets@jamaicajudiciary.gov.jm. Don't delay. Register today.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning, having a conversation with the Minister of Tourism, Edmund Bartlett. Welcome back to the program, Minister.
Thank you, Donna.
If we could turn now to the updates on hotel openings across the western section of the island that were affected by Hurricane Melissa.
Right, so that's going apace. We've had one or two incidents where we've had to push back the actual dateline for opening, but they are all in line for a winter 26-27 full resumption, except of course for one that is under almost total renovation and the addition of 270 more rooms, so that by 2028 we will have a virtually new hotel with expanded capacity. All others will be fully functional by the winter of 26-27.
And when you say all others, about how many more hotels will come back on stream by that time?
I think we have about 12, 13 hotels overall, and all of those will be ready as of the middle of the year, as of July. We would have everybody in up to the first quarter of 27.
And what has been the brief, Minister, in relation to the employees in the industry who are out of work because their hotels are closed for renovation?
And the hotels have been working with the workers. They've been on a program of, training while they are not on the job, and they have also been getting partial salary remunerations to cover the period. So there has been continued relations in most instances. In some cases, workers have been redeployed to other places across the region where these companies have operational activities. Certainly, I was in Antigua a couple hours ago, in fact, for the CHTA meeting, and there were a number of Jamaicans who came rushing at me to say, we're here, with Sanders or with Royalton or whoever, and we're going back to Jamaica as soon as those other hotels are open. So the hoteliers have been doing that, and that's a good thing for us in the sense that we have common brands across the region. So our workers can be provided with some level of portability to move across the different areas while we prepare for resumption over the next few months.
And you mentioned the conference in Antigua and Barbuda, the Caribbean Tourism Conference. Any good prospects for Jamaica coming out of the conference so far?
Oh yes, we've had a number of Jamaican entities that took part in the marketplace activities, and they were doing brisk business. I happened to visit a number of the stands there, and so the Jamaican teams meeting and having contractual discussions with sellers, suppliers, and so we are expecting a reasonable return from that event. But we also use the opportunity to do strong marketing engagements and to engage in media extensively in getting Jamaica's story out, or preparedness of recovery, in fact, our recovery to date, and also what we intend to do with the product in the future. So we had good discussions around NARA and what NARA will do as a driving force to help reimagine tourism in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm. And what do you foresee as NARA's involvement in that resilience building and redevelopment of the tourism industry, especially along the Western Belt that was ravaged by Melissa last year?
NARA will play a pivotal, a transformational role in Jamaica's tourism for the future. Certainly in terms of reimagining the town of Black River and to create the touristic experiences that will transform completely that South Coast engagement. What NARA proposes to do with Lucy to create a new maritime center for Jamaica's tourism, what Montego Bay envisages from it, the Elegant Corridor, and Port Antonio and the entire pivot to luxury that we'll be doing, the new destination of St. Thomas, the expanded airports, and indeed the new airport that is proposed for Vernon Field, as well as to improve the port facilities and to create new ports around Jamaica to enable us to have a Jamaica itinerary. NARA is going to make a huge and transformational impact on not just destination Jamaica, but I believe the future of the economy of Jamaica.
It's a lot of work, Minister, that this authority will have to do over the next couple of years. And you're just itemizing the things having to do with your portfolio. But there are other portfolios that NARA will be involved in as well. How confident are you that the authority can get all of this work done?
Well, we have capacity in Jamaica, and we also have capacity outside of Jamaica. Our Commonwealth, as you know, is a very powerful one. We can draw on the Commonwealth, plus there are international partners that we would be working with to ensure that the execution against these projects that we are developing would be apace. It is a strong call, but it is a call that is doable, and Jamaica is committed to it. Our Prime Minister in particular is driven by it, and we are all behind him 100% to ensure that it happens, and it happens in good time for the benefit of Jamaica. When we speak about Jamaica's resilience to the world, we get ovation, and I'm proud to tell you that I got ovation in Antigua from the media yesterday when we spoke about Jamaica's recovery and the resilience of our people. It is making a statement that yes, we have the capacity to do it, we can do it, and that NARA positioned properly, supported well by all of us, and the opposition and the civil society, and all of us have to come together behind this construct to enable it to function, and to function well, efficiently, effectively, and to build for Jamaica the future that we deserve.
We're going to take a break, Minister, but hold the line. When we come back from the break, I want to talk about your Tourism 3.0 agenda as well as linkages in the tourism industry. We're speaking with the Minister of Tourism, Edmund Bartlett.
For all your scales and food processing equipment, call Advanced Scales and Equipment Limited at 876-968-9612-5. The time by Advanced Scales and Equipment Limited is
7:45.
Hawkeye is protecting homes, businesses, and communities with trusted security solutions. The temperature by Hawkeye, securing what matters most, is
28 degrees in Kingston, 28 out west in Montego Bay, and 24 in Mandeville.
The following safety tip is brought to you by the Ministry of National Security and Peace. Heading out with friends or family? Set a designated meeting spot in case you get separated, and share your location with a trusted person when needed. A little preparation goes a long way in keeping everyone safe. The preceding safety tip was brought to you by the Ministry of National Security and Peace.
This is a public service announcement from the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. The Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs wishes to advise the public that effective Tuesday, April 28 to Friday, May 28, the Attorney General's chambers will be accepting service of court documents and other correspondence at the Ministry's 1A Fairway Avenue, Kingston 6 office. The Ministry apologizes for any inconvenience this change may cause and thanks you for your understanding. That was a public service announcement from the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs. Welcome back to Nationwide this morning, having a conversation with the Minister of Tourism, Edmund Bartlett. Now, Minister Bartlett, turning now to the Tourism 3.0 agenda. A statement was issued recently, and it says that the government will be pursuing a bold Tourism 3.0 agenda aimed at increasing local ownership, strengthening supply chains, and encouraging more Jamaicans to benefit directly from the sector's earnings. If you could talk to us some more about this agenda and the timeline of it.
Right. So we have built an industry over the years that have suffered from a perception of being extractive, and one that the level of linkages are low and the leakages are high. We are determined to change that paradigm and to enable in this new dispensation, and given what I said earlier about NARA's engagement with us and the way we are reimagining to create a greater level of local involvement in the industry and to ensure that the wealth of tourism stays essentially in the economy of Jamaica. We are fully cognizant of the deficiencies that we have overall, the structural deficiencies, and some which have to do with our own capacity to deliver on elements of the demand of tourism. There are goods that we don't produce in Jamaica that we'll never perhaps be able to produce, either because of our geophysical situation or because of the lack of what I call comparative or competitive advantage in the production of those goods and services. So we recognize that we will have to bring those in from time to time. But the areas over which we have both competitive and comparative, we must expand. We must do everything possible to supply at the highest level and to ensure that the local partners and players are inserted in that process. Jamaica has an enormous capacity, in my mind, to deliver, especially on cultural products. These are ours. We must produce the goods around them. We must ensure that our people are able to offer the experiences exponentially within those areas. The agricultural products that we're able to produce, we must get the capacity for scaling up so that we can enable sufficiency, a reliability, a quality, and a price point that will be appropriate for the industry. There are manufactured goods that we can produce. We must in all of those areas. And then, of course, there are services that we can provide, medical services, insurance services, banking services, and then there's the technology that we could utilize to great effect. On the marketing side, there's much more we can do with data mining, data analytics, and data presentation, so that the market can have better and more reliable information on which to make decisions. And rather than having to go to booking engines internationally, we can develop some for ourselves within Jamaica and the wider Caribbean. So these are areas that we are going to be pursuing and to formulate public policies around creating capacity, whilst at the same time enabling a framework, a legislative and regulatory framework that will be friendly and conducive to local involvement in the industry.
I understand that to be the plan, Minister. So how exactly, what's the operationalization of that plan? What will be done on the ground to get these objectives achieved, but more so to bring in more local people into the marketplace, as you've said?
Right. So we begin already with training and the development of a human capacity. That's the centerpiece of our ability. The Jamaica Center for Tourism Innovation was established 7 years ago. That has been certifying and training workers across the industry. So far, some 30,000 workers have already been certified, working with the American Hotel and Lodging Education Institute and the American Culinary Foundation. We are now producing executive sous chefs who are now able to position themselves in the higher areas of the profession within the industry. We have established a linkages network that has been connecting our small farmers, for example, to hotels. We established a platform, the Alex platform, which allows for the farmer in the field to use his phone and connect with the hoteliers and do transactions on phone and also be paid appropriately. We're looking at how to build out social security for the workers of the industry. The pension program we have established, that's going very well. In 2.5 years, we have over $6 billion of savings in the fund. And we're building housing programs for the workers. Every single investor now coming into Jamaica with 500 rooms or more is required to provide housing support for the workers. So all of these are areas to begin with to build human capital and capacity for the industry. In terms of the capital. We're working hard with our bankers. You hear me talk about the possibility of a tourism bank emerging. The Caribbean discussions that I've been having are at a broader level, looking at how we can create capacity in the capital market to have more investment in tourism so that our local players can scale up to respond to the demand of the industry. It's not going to be an overnight transformation, but it's a process that must begin now, and that process will enable us in time to own the commanding heights of the industry.
And in starting your answer to Tana's question, Minister, when we just came back from the break, you said that it is a high perception that there are more leakages than linkages. But from what you said that needs to be achieved, it would appear to me that the perception is real. Is it real?
No, it is. And the data supports it. I've used that data over and over, and that is what's been driving our effort to bridge the gap or to plug the leakages. It is very well known. The Caribbean is among the lowest retention areas of tourism resources in the world, even though we are the most touristic destination within the world. So we have to move quickly on that. And if you notice, the CTO and CHTA both have worked together. We've set up a committee under my chairmanship that is now looking at how to create mechanisms and to deal with multilateral partners and our local leaders to build out a whole new concept around local insertion in the tourism value chain.
Just going back to the linkages aspect, Minister, and Alex, what's the take-up of Alex? How many farmers across Jamaica?
Well, that's been good. Oh, I think we have a little over 400 farmers on it now. And in this last year, we did well over, I think it was, I want to get my numbers right. I know we've done over $100 million of business on Alex already since we started.
In general or for last year?
No,
since Alex has been
began.
Okay. And how
Yes.
long has Alex,
Remember
the
now
app,
that
been about?
Alex relates to, sorry, Antona, just to get it clear, Alex relates to small players, small farmers, 3 to 5 acres, not the big players. The big players have their own arrangement with the industry. The large suppliers, you know, the poultry suppliers, for example, and some of those who have a 500-600 acre plot and 1,000 acre plot where they are actually supplying directly to the industry. So they are not on the Alex platform. What I just mentioned to you is about small players with 3 to 5 acres.
Hold on, just to get it correct. So the small players with 3 to 5 acres, they engage directly with hoteliers, or are they using the app? I just want to get it clear.
They use the app. They use the app for that connection. Yes.
The Alex app.
Some of them operate with intermediaries. You know, because you do have 1 or 2 large procurement entities that go and buy from the small farmers and then resell to the hotels.
So about 400 of these small farmers with 3 to 5 acres
are currently on the app, and they are operating in the manner I mentioned.
Okay. And you said since the app has been about $100 million in business has been done on it?
Yes, in excess of $100 million of business.
I was trying to pull up how long Alex has been around, the app has been about. If you could remind our listeners, Minister, I'm not seeing that detail just at the moment.
I think the Tourism Enhancement Fund and RADA together have developed and operated this app, and I think it's over 5 years old. I'm
seeing that now.
I'm
seeing it now. It was launched in 2017.
Right. So it's well over 5 years old.
Okay. And for persons out there, Minister, as we close, who are they're small farmers with 3 to 5 acres, and they'd love to be a part of something like this where they can connect with hoteliers and supply produce to hoteliers, how can they get involved with the Alex app? It's available on the
RADA actually executes. We provided the funding support and the initial concept, but RADA is the effective implementing agent for it. So, and RADA is well, as you know, positioned all across the island and is in touch with all our farmers, the thousands of farmers that are out there. So I would encourage that they have conversations with RADA around the engagement on this app so that they can have the level of connection with the industry that we are anticipating.
Edmund Bartlett, the Minister of Tourism, talking about several matters having to do with his portfolio this morning on the front page. Thank you so much for your time, Minister Bartlett.
Thank you so much. And, just to say to Jamaica that the future proofing of our economy has a lot more to do with capacity building around our assets that we have. And among the great assets that we have in Jamaica are some of the natural resources that God has given us, our geophysical endowments. And we mustn't think that they are not to be monetized too. So, yes, we will have the right to utilize everything that is provided to us by nature. But we have a responsibility to ensure that that which nature gives us enables our own enrichment and our future development as a people.
Indeed. We take a break here on Nationwide this morning. Thank you too. After the break, we take across Jamaica.
It's time for Hot Listings, Nationwide 90 FM's on-air classifieds, made for quick ads and fast results.
Jim Boss Electrical offers electrical assistance, air conditioning services, and installations. Call us at 876-857-1935. That's Jim Boss Electrical, 876-857-1935.
That was Hot Listings on Nationwide 90 FM. Listings start as low as $1,500. Call 876-630-1210 to book yours today.
Front Page was brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales. For a better choice in the electrical business.
The time by Grace Good Move is
8:01.
Interex Distributors presents the ultimate tile clearance sale. Transform your space for less. Dunrobin Plaza, 30 Dunrobin Avenue.
The temperature by Interex Distributors is 28 degrees Celsius in capital city Kingston, also 28 out west in Montego Bay. In Mandeville, 24 degrees Celsius.
From the mountainside to seaside, countryside to townside, inside and outside, it's across Jamaica this morning.
Taking you across Jamaica this Friday morning, Friday, May 15, 2026 in St. Mary. A section of the Broadgate Main Road in St. Mary is now closed to vehicular traffic. The National Works Agency, NWA, says a pipe culvert beneath the embankment has been burnt, leading to a partial collapse of the road. The affected section is the northbound lane heading from Broadgate. All traffic is now being routed onto the southbound carriageway. The NWA says it will be taking additional steps to ensure the motoring public can use the road safely. The agency says plans are also being made to have emergency work done to replace the entire length of the culvert that has been damaged. The NWA warns that people need to exercise caution when setting fires in sensitive locations. In Westmoreland, the Savamore Public General Hospital has received a boost to repair damage sustained during the passage of Hurricane Melissa. This is courtesy of a donation from the Embassy of Jamaica in Tokyo, Japan. The check is valued at close to $3,000 or approximately 450,000 Jamaican dollars. It was presented by former Ambassador of Jamaica to Japan, Shorna K. Richards, during a ceremony at the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade in Kingston on Thursday. The donation was carried through the embassy's participation in the 2025 annual charity bazaar. Charity organized by the Japan, Latin America and Caribbean Ladies Association during Ambassador Richards' tenure. The funds are set to support rehabilitation efforts at the hospital, including works relating to roofing and window structures, which were significantly impacted during the passage of the hurricane last October. The symbolic check was received by Director of Operations and Maintenance at the Western Regional Health Authority, Michelle Ann White Chapman. And that's it for Across Jamaica for this Friday morning.
Hey yo, listen up. Don't wait for the symptoms start show. HIV test free. Make sure you know. Yo. Me take my test. Me get the news. Me take my meds. We can't lose. Family there, support there too. We strong, we bold life, I live right through. Live bold, test early. Test for HIV. No, you start a smooth surely. Me take my test. Me get the news. Me take my meds. We can't lose. Live bold, test free early. Testing is available at health centers island-wide. A message by the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Imagine designing something unique, something personal, something bigger than just a dream. A reality designed by you, just for you. With Sagicor Lifestyle Approved Retirement Scheme, you can design the life you want to live. With tax-deferred savings of up to 20% of your income, you'll have the opportunity to do what you've always wanted to do. A reality designed by you. Call 888-SAGICOR today. Conditions apply.
Shrats, you know here, we totally turn up down at Total Tools. Big things are going. Yes, my love. 10 a.m., May 15 at Total Tools, Lot C6 Drax Hall. Whole heap of new things, whole heap of excitement. And guess what? Cliff Hughes Online, I got it there live on location from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Among prizes, surprises, and giveaways. I got it there. But I'm not alone, you know. Them are going to have up to 25% off at all 3 locations. Can't miss this. Remember, 10 a.m., May 15, Total Tools, Lot C6, Drax Hall. Catch it live on YouTube during Cliff Hughes Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's a go massive.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning, turning focus now to the 13th annual Joan Duncan Memorial Lecture. It will be held on Sunday, May 17, under the theme, What's Love Got to Do With It? How Family Values Drive Entrepreneurial Success. And joining me to share more about this lecture is Kim Mayer, the CEO of the JMMB Joan Duncan Foundation. Good morning to you, Kim.
Good morning, Tana, and good morning to your listeners. Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you so much for joining us here on NTM. So for those who came out there who they're not familiar with who Joan Duncan is, talk to us about her.
So Joan Duncan is the co-founder of GMMB, herself and Dr. Noah Lyons. Joan had the idea. Doc had the funding. He introduced the Jamaica Venture Capital Funding, and together they started GMMB over 30 years ago, and we have grown from one investment company to a group of companies that is now Caribbean-wide. We are Jamaica, we are Trinidad, we are Dom Rep, And it is a phenomenal testament to one woman's idea that everyone could participate in the money market. That, every person, not just persons with a lot of wealth, could participate. And so from Joan's humble idea and from her humble beginning, she was a dressmaker. She had a corner bar. We now have this phenomenal global, I would say global,
yes.
Conglomerate, just not a bank, investment companies, insurance brokers. So it's a great testimony. And of course, we have the school at the University of Technology, Jamaica, named for her, the Joan Duncan School of Entrepreneurship, Ethics, and Leadership. It was the first school of its kind in the Caribbean. And every year, for the past 13 years, because this is the 13th installment, we have had a memorial lecture. Each year we focus on a different topic. So this year it's entrepreneurship. Previous years have been ethics and leadership. And we really want to honor her legacy while discussing topics that will, lead us to national development and hopefully educate and inspire people, to want to do better.
And talk to us about how the lecture over the past 13 years, or 12, because this is the 13th lecture, over the past 12 years, Kim, has changed, or what has been the feedback, the reception from those who have attended and listening in to those keynote presentations.
Okay. So originally, when we first started, we were physically at the University of Technology in the school compound, and it was really one-on-one. We had some very interesting topics. Let me tell you, our first lecture I can remember was delivered by Paula Llewellyn, and we spoke about the impact of effective leadership, ethics, and values on corporate governance and natural development. And we've had some great lectures. I remember another really interesting one was when the Honorable Mark Golding talked about ethics in regards to the new ganja laws. We've had topics about Brand Jamaica, the music, our sports. I think that was Don Lockerbie who came and spoke to us. The impact of corruption on Jamaica's development. That was delivered by Jeanette Calder. So these are really topics that affect all of us, not just academics or students at the university. So we were physically at UTech, and then COVID came. And we said, how are we still going to deliver this lecture and reach people? And everybody loves the word, we pivoted and we decided to go national, because now we were just not limited by space and who could come at that time. We now broadcast from on Television Jamaica. We do it on a Sunday afternoon. This year it's at 3 p.m., that sweet spot between lunch and before dinner. And we're now able to reach far more persons. And the feedback we've had, because the topics vary so much, it appeals to different persons. But consistently, we hear, first of all, interesting, because if it's not interesting, nobody wants to listen. So it's interesting and thought-provoking. And for this year, as I said, the topic is entrepreneurship, but we really want to look at, values, how family values drive entrepreneurial success. Because when we talk about entrepreneurship, usually it's about, funding and strategy and growth. but we want to look on the human side this year of entrepreneurship. And the fact is that our family values are often the first leadership lessons that we learn.
True.
You know, about honesty, about respect, compassion, responsibility, and all of that feeds into how we show up as we work, you know. And so for us, it's a very important. It's a very important topic at this time, especially with what we see with a lack of accountability, you know, and so it's a really great topic to talk about right now.
And who are the speakers, or who is the speaker at this year's lecture?
Oh my goodness! So this is extra special for us this year, because for the first time we are actually having all 4 Duncan siblings. So that's Keith, that's Patricia, Donna, and David, together delivering this lecture about how their family values has impacted their entrepreneurial success. You know, and it really, for us, for me, I really hope it reinforces that values matter in business and in life. And we hope that it reaches not only students and entrepreneurs, but to the wider public to have that discussion.
Mm-hmm. And so finally, Kim, you said that folks will be able to watch on TV. Will any other platform be used? Perhaps social media, YouTube, or is it just on TV?
So it is. We do it on TV, but then there will be a rebroadcast, and it will be available on YouTube, and also on YouTube on our channel, on the various channels, both on the GMB at GMB Foundation for all of the various Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, those kinds of things. Mm-hmm. Also on the UTech platforms, it will also be available, and all of our previous lectures are available on YouTube if persons are interested and want to know. So I'm inviting everybody to gather. I think they should gather the family and watch watch the family have this discussion, because I think it will lead to a good discussion within families and hopefully spread throughout our communities, and hopefully there may be a change, because we just don't want it to be a talk shop.
Yeah.
We want persons to learn from it and be impacted by it and make change because of it.
And in particular, Kim, the young people out there, what would you say to them this morning to encourage them to also hop on over on Sunday and tune in?
The first thing is, I think it's going to be very interesting, because they're not coming unless it's interesting. So rest assured that there are going to be great nuggets of wisdom. The family, they are very entertaining. So I know that people will be engrossed by this, and they're going to learn something. There will be practical insight. I'm sure they're going to reflect on personal values. I am pretty sure they're going to give some inspiration rooted in real life, so not just La La Land. And you know, it is going to be a reminder that success is about impact and not just profit.
Indeed. That's a good way to end on. So it's what's love got to do with it? How family values drive entrepreneurial success. It's number 13 of the annual Joan Duncan Memorial Lecture. It's happening on Sunday, May 17, 2026, at 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. It will be live on TVJ as well as across the JMMB Joan Duncan Foundation YouTube channel, the Instagram, the X, the Facebook, all the social media platforms. And guess what? It will be hosted by George Davis, the executive editor here at Nationwide 90 FM, and all four Duncan siblings will be in the chair talking to you
exactly.
about...
And you know, George is a UTech alum.
Yes.
So, I mean, you know, he has hosted a number of years. He is just lovely.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I agree 100% on that. So you want to tune in on Sunday. Thank you so much for your time this morning, Kim.
Thank you so much for having me. And I hope everybody will tune in on Sunday, 3 p.m.
Absolutely. Kim Mayer, CEO
Thank you.
Thank you. Kim Mayer, the CEO of the JMMB Joan Duncan Foundation. We take a break here on NTM. We'll be back with more.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
8:19.
Fontana Pharmacy has a wide variety of items from pharmaceuticals, household, cosmetics, toys, and more. The temperature by Fontana Pharmacy, it's all good inside, is
29 degrees Celsius in capital city Kingston, also 29 out west in Montego Bay. In Mandeville, 25 degrees Celsius.
For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls to the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close. Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
If you love the vibes, the laughs, and the real talk, then you're one of us. Don't just listen, belong. Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club on Patreon.
Strat, you know here, we totally turn up down at Total Tools. Big things are going. Yes, my love. 10 a.m., May 15 at Total Tools, Lot C6 Drax Hall. Whole heap of new things, whole heap of excitement. And guess what? Cliffviews Online I got it live on location from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. About prizes, surprises, and giveaways. I got it. But I know that alone, you know. Them are going to have up to 25% off at all 3 locations. Can't miss this. Remember, 10 a.m., May 15, Total Tools, Lot C6, Drax Hall. Catch it live on YouTube during Cliffviews Online from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's a go massive.
Come into the parlor. There's a welcome there for you.
Welcome to the Mayor's Parlor with Desmond McKenzie.
From 1 to 7 p.m. every Sunday, you'll now get more of your favorite vintage music.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Nationwide 90 FM will transform your Sunday into a musical time machine that will take you way back.
Come with me. Let's go back in time.
This magic moment.
Journey into yesteryear with Desmond McKenzie in the Mayor's Parlor.
I've got the music to jog your memory and make you smile.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the best in vintage music.
Come into the Mayor's Parlor every Sunday between 1 and 7 p.m. here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
It's 8:22. Thank you so much for staying with us. Well, music lovers, families, and members of the community are invited to experience the concert Encore, a harmonic reawakening presented by the Philharmonic Orchestra of Jamaica. The concert takes place this upcoming weekend at the Litter Theatre in Kingston. And for more information on Encore, a harmonic reawakening, we are joined by conductor and music director of the Philharmonic Orchestra of Jamaica, Franklin Halliburton, and the guest soloist of the concert, a classically trained sopranoist, Sashiko Brown. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having us.
Mr. Halliburton, you know sounds so proper in court. You put on a different radio voice.
My other life.
Your other life. Good to see that you have many lives. Thank you so much, Franklin and Sashika, for joining me. Well, first of all, Franklin, tell me, Encore, a Harmonic Reawakening, tell me about it.
All right. Well, it is our return to the stage. We had a little hiatus last year. The Philharmonic Orchestra of Jamaica. We've been around for over a decade, and every year we put on our annual spring concert around about May, and a lot of the music lovers and aficionados, they come out and they support it, and it really has been a success. We've played in several venues at the University Chapel. We've played at the Swallowfield Chapel, and this year we are taking our concert to the Little Theatre stage on Saturday and Sunday, May 16 and May 17. But last year we kind of took a little rest. And now this year we're coming back bigger and better.
Okay.
And of course Sashika, wonderful soprano. You almost come out and hear her. I mean, we had her in rehearsals last night, and I'm telling you, you're in for a treat if you do come. We are featuring her on our program, but the show is shaping up to be a fantastic musical feast. Of classical music, and it's a mixture. There's something on the program for everybody.
Is that so?
Yes, I don't want people to just hear, oh, it's orchestra, so therefore it's just,
Sir Franklin, I can appreciate what you're saying, and this leads into my next question, because I had the privilege of traveling to Austria, for example, and I sat in the King's Parlor, where in the 1700s he would have Beethoven and Mozart playing for him there, and hearing the classical music and the goosebumps that it gives and the sensation. Is it still relevant today in our Caribbean community?
Absolutely, but we have to make it relevant, you see. We are the ones who have to make it relevant, because music is dynamic, it is ever changing. The orchestral medium is what it is, right? But it is the music that takes on a life of its own. So when you hear our own homegrown rhythms and music and tunes that we grow upon, on the orchestral medium, then it is just as hair-raising as if you were listening to any symphony written by Beethoven, Brahms, or any of the old dead masters. So it is something absolutely relevant to today. And one of the things on our program that we, it's a mandate of the orchestra, and this year is no different. One of the things on our program this year is that we feature Jamaican composers and arrangers. So therefore there is music that people can connect with. People, when they hear orchestra, they think, oh Lord, this is something only for the elite or the cognoscenti, the people who know, the people who are in the know, the people who travel to Austria and sit in the King's Parlor. But no, we have music there for everybody. So come out and experience it. You are enveloped in the sound right there in the Little Theatre, and it is just magnificent. It is a magnificent experience.
Nice. Sashika, tell me, for those who might not know, what does it mean to be a soprano?
Well, basically, to be a soprano, you just sing really high, The sopranos always have those really high, hair-raising moments in the opera. And really, it's kind of our job to really bring the drama, So when you hear of a soprano, you think somebody's singing really high, a lot of drama, a lot of excitement.
A lot of excitement.
And she brings it. I can tell you that.
Okay. So, for you, Sashiko, what would be the highlight? Except apart from your performance, of course, what would be the highlight of the Harmonic Reawakening Encore that's to be had over the weekend?
I don't want to spoil anything, but I think one of the things I really enjoy about our Philharmonic Orchestra here, one of the things that I'm also passionate about is programming alongside, these masters that Master has mentioned, alongside these greats, is programming our own composers. And so one of my favorite things is the Arabella Fonte suite. It's one by John Williams. That is my favorite one so far. I definitely think that is something that everybody will be able to enjoy. And, outside of my performance, I think that is really one of the highlights for me. I'm really enjoying that. And also, there's also, I think, one of the movements from the Marley Symphony will also be on. That's always really exciting and really energizing. So I think for me, those two are my highlights.
Those two are your highlights. Very well. And Sir Franklin, tell me now, as it relates to what persons can expect, give us a rundown of the concert as best you can.
Oh, well, of course, we start the concert, as I said before, it is... there is something on the program for everybody. There is something there. We have music from Tchaikovsky. We have music from Brahms, from Beethoven, from Bizet. But then we also have music from, as Ashika said, from John Williams. There is also, we have a little jazz. We have a little pop music, and they're folk tunes, reggae, And so therefore, it spans the gamut. So therefore, if you think that you're going to just come and sit and listen to some boring classical music, no, not at all. But one of the things that we are doing this year as well is we are also featuring music from films. So we have a few film scores that we are featuring, and popular film scores. And so as I say, it is just a potpourri. It's just a potpourri of wonderful, good, and wholesome family music. And I would invite everybody to run out and get your tickets. To come to see us in concert on May 16 and 17. That's Saturday, May 16 at 7:30, and Sunday, May 17 at 5 p.m. right at the Little Theatre. The tickets may be had at Fontana, in the Fontana locations at Waterloo and Sovereign, and at Music Mart. By the way, they do tell us, our ticket outlets tell us that we are doing exceptionally well, and the tickets are going like hot bread. So therefore, if you want your ticket, you better go out and buy it now.
And how much for the ticket?
Well, let us talk about it. Let's talk about that. The tickets are only $5,000 for a regular ticket. That would mean $5,000. I mean, the cost of a patty and cocoa bread these days. And, and that's 5,000 regular, 6,000 at the door. And of course, if you want a VIP experience and if you want an autograph from Sashiko, exactly, you can get your box tickets. Your box tickets will allow you reserved parking, and you have the premium seats in the house. That is for $7,500.
$7,500.
VIP experience, exactly.
That's not bad, man. That's not bad. At all.
I don't think so.
That's not bad at all. To see Sashiko of all people. No,
of course,
that's not bad at all. You could have put an extra grand on it or something like that. Yeah. So where can they buy the tickets?
The tickets again are available at Fontana Pharmacy, at the Waterloo and Sovereign branches, and at Music Mart. That's on South Avenue.
Okay, thank you so much. And Sashiko, my last one to you, frankly, because I prefer to hear your voice last as opposed to Franklin's. Can you give us a sneak peek? What song will you be singing? One off.
Oh, I don't know that yet. But what I can say is that, Maestro mentioned that there would be some show tunes, and I'll be singing a couple of the show tunes, and I'll also be singing something a tune that everybody will recognize. I Could Have Danced All Night, that's the only one I can say. And then another really popular one that I know every Jamaican has seen this show on their TV on a Sunday. Everybody will recognize the music, I promise.
That's right, yes.
And then we're also doing a really special aria, Puccini aria.
Yes.
And I mean, this is one of the ones that we worked on last night. It is going to be, it's going to be really special, and I'm really excited to be doing this repertoire, to be able to sing this kind of stuff at home. It's a very special feeling. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I think everybody will definitely enjoy it. The programming is excellent. The arias are gonna be, it's gonna be really good.
Very well. All right. So thank you so much for joining. And by the way, I'm going to give away 2 tickets. I'm told I have 2 tickets to give away. So I'm going to ask, Michelle, are they calling in to answer, or are they doing it in the YouTube? They're calling in. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, Sashiko, Franklin, for joining me and for letting us know about Encore.
Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having us.
People, it will be amazing. If you've ever had the benefit and the opportunity of listening to good classical music, it is worth it. Trust me, it is worth it. I might actually go. I need to check my schedule. But yeah, so I have 2 tickets to give away. And there are 2 giveaways, 2 tickets per winner. So it's actually 4 tickets, 2 tickets per winner. So you can, go and bring a loved one, your spouse or whomever. So the first question, what is the name of the orchestra featured in Encore Harmonic Reawakening? What is the name of the orchestra featured in the Encore Harmonic Reawakening? We just spoke to them, its conductor. Feel free to give us a call. Yes, give us a call and we will be able to do a giveaway. Give you a ticket for you and a friend, a foe, whoever you want to bring. Yes, so I'm gonna give that question first, and when we get the answer to that one, then I'll read the other one. YouTubers, you have to call in. Yeah. So Michelle, do we go to the calls after the break? Okay, so we take the break now, and after the break we get the calls.
Rebuild with standards, rebuild with confidence. Test your blocks, concrete, cement, aggregates, and other building materials at the Bureau of Standards Jamaica. The BSJ, building a nation, test by test. The time by the BSJ is
8:35.
The Mini High Five promotion is back. With models starting at $7.8 million. You can get 50% off processing fees, $50,000 cash back, $50,000 for insurance, a free mini carry-on, and 5 gas refills on us. All purchases include complimentary tinting and a 3-year service and warranty package. 5 deals for your next Mini. Visit us in Kingston or Montego Bay today. Terms and conditions apply.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards, and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer, and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
Upgrade your home or business with Cameron Industries and Joinery Limited. Explore a range of termite-resistant plywood, quartz, solid surface, and granite. Experience timeless elegance with our cedar doors, crafted from premium cedar stock, kiln-dried for durability and beauty. For quality and craftsmanship, visit us at the Trade Center Kingston 10 or Hatfield Mandeville. Call 876-963-0628-30. Cameron Industries and Joinery Limited. Transform your space today.
8:38. Thank you so much for staying with us. Well, we're taking your calls. Good morning, Nadine. Hello.
Hi, morning.
Good morning, Nadine. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Can't ball. How you doing? Yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah, man, I'm
So
good.
you can't
I'm
forget
good.
the ticket, the 2 tickets?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
trying to answer the question.
Okay, so the question is, what is the name of the orchestra featured in Encore Harmonic
Exodus?
Reawakening?
Is it Exodus?
Exodus? No, ma'am, you're wrong. You're thinking about Carnival. A Carnival band, that man. No, Nadine. Wrong answer. Wrong answer.
Okay.
You weren't listening to the interview?
I was.
You
I
was?
mean, the Philharmonic Orchestra of Jamaica, is that the answer?
But the wrong answer came first, my darling. The wrong answer. Michelle, the wrong answer came first, or what? Franklin is on the line. Franklin? Sir Franklin? She said Exodus first, and then does she get the prize, or did the wrong answer come first?
Well, I heard Exodus first.
Okay. Well, Nadine, unfortunately, I have a soft heart, but not so much Franklin, and the judges have ruled.
Okay, that's fine.
The wrong answer came first. All right. So sorry, Nadine.
All right.
But Nadine, you can jump with Exodus next Carnival season. Jill, good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks. How
Good.
about you?
We're there. You want to answer the question? That's why you're here?
Absolutely.
What's the answer to the question?
It's the Philharmonic Orchestra of Jamaica.
Nice. Okay. So that's the answer. The name of the orchestra featured in Encore Harmonic Reawakening, Philharmonic Orchestra of Jamaica. Stay on the line, Jill,
Sure.
so Michelle can take your details. You are the winner of 2 tickets to go and see Shashika sing, and you're gonna see Franklin in his long English jacket with the frocky tail at the end, and him directing. Listen to me, Jermaine. I must tell you this, Mr. Halliburton in court is a totally different Mr. Halliburton when he's in front of the choir. Oh, you've seen him down? Oh, yes, man. I've had the benefit of seeing him in both spheres. Consummate professional. You would think that you were in the Royal Albert Hall in London. Yeah, man. And when he speaks, man, you think of the Queen himself. Put him here, So who is the next caller? Can she be back? Okay. All right. So who is the guest soprano performing at Encore a Harmonic Reawakening? That's the second question, the last giveaway. And I'm told we have again Nadine on the line. Nadine, you need to turn off your radio, please. I'm hearing myself. Nadine?
Yes?
Yes, I'm told that you're here. You're gonna give up,
What's the next question?
Huh?
What's the next question?
I just read the next question.
No, I didn't hear you.
Who is the guest soprano performing at Encore a Harmonic Reawakening? If you get it wrong, I'm going to take it personally because I personally love her. So, who is she?
How long was it that lady who was there?
Yeah.
Is it
5, 4. Pardon?
Shashika Brown?
Repeat the name. I'm not hearing so clearly.
Shashika Brown.
Sashika?
Shashika
Brown. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Now, Mr. Halliburton says you are the winner of the second prize, the 2 tickets to go and see Shashika and Halliburton and the others, the orchestra, the Philharmonic Orchestra of Jamaica at the Little Theatre. Saturday night, Franklin, and Sunday night, right?
That is correct.
At what time? Remind me of the time.
Saturday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 5:30.
Saturday at 7, Sunday at 5:30. So Nadine, see you there. Jill, see you there. Yes?
For her tenacity.
Yes.
Nadine must come and see me backstage.
Chop boat. You hear that, Nadine? Nadine gone off the line. Nadine, we don't run. She win that run before they change our mind. Oh, Nadine?
Yes?
Yeah, did you hear that just now?
No.
Your resilience has put you in a position where the conductor of the Philharmonic Orchestra of Jamaica, Mr. Franklin Halliburton, has requested your audience with him backstage.
Right, that's right.
When you go. Yes, Nadine. So when you go, you have to go and see him backstage. And if he tells me that after Sunday you did not meet with him, you're going to take by the ticket from you.
No one has to do that. Definitely will do.
All right. So, Nadine, you will meet Sir Franklin Halliburton, an excellent, a fine gentleman. And of course, you have to call back and tell me what's going on. You have to call back and tell me your experience, yes?
No problem.
All right, good. All right, so Jill, Nadine, you are our winners of the, not the Exodus, but the Harmonic Encore, Harmonic Reawakening concert at Little Theatre, Saturday and Sunday rather, 7 o'clock on Saturday night, 5:30 Sunday afternoon. Yes, so thank you so much, Franklin, for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
And wish you all the best over the weekend, good sir.
All right, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Good. Yeah, that was sweet. Go for the break.
Decorate like a designer with BH Paints. The time brought to you by BH Paints is
8:44.
My love is to the end of time. My love is to the end of time. This magic moment, so different and so new, but like any other. Until I kissed you, and then it happened. It took me by surprise. I knew that you felt it too. Yes. By the look in your eyes, sweeter than a wine, and softer than the summer night. Everything I want, I have. Whenever I hold you tight, this magic moment, while your lips are close to mine, will last forever. Forever till the end of time. Oh, time. Oh, time. My love is to the end of time. Time. My love is to the end of time. This magic moment, so different and so new, but like any other. Until I kissed you, and when it happened, it took me by surprise. I knew that you felt it too, yes. By the look in your eyes, sweeter than a wine, and softer than the summer night. Everything I want, I have. Whenever
Go now, don't look back. We've drawn the line. Move on. It's so good to go back in time. Oh, I would never find a girl like you. For I be anything takes two with fire and ice. Yeah. Sarah, storms operate in your eyes. Sarah, now I can realize. Sarah, you're like a beauty queen. what's going on. I know the scores, I know the roles. Baby, I know what's going on. And I see you on the street looking neat. Girl, you look so sweet, you look so sweet. When I see that neon light shining bright, when you're out of sight, out of sight, the way you pass me by, me, the way you pass me by,
oh, I wake up in the morning with my hair down in my eyes, and she says hi. And then I stumble to the breakfast table while the kids were going off to school goodbye. She reaches out and takes my hand, squeezes it and says, how you feeling? Oh. And then I look across her smiling lips that warms my heart and see my morning sun. And if that's not loving me, then all I've got to say, oh God, give me the little green apples and it don't rain in Indianapolis in the summertime. There's no such thing as Martha's shoes, Disneyland and Mother Goose, ain't no nursery. Johnny May, Indianapolis, Indianapolis in the summertime. If I had the world, I'd give it to you, girl.
Can we say a special good morning to Mrs. Marcy McKenzie? I hope you're having a good morning, Lady Marcia. And I'm number one fan. Good morning to you. Happy Friday. And we're wishing for you a wonderful weekend. Let's see, I got some roll call to do, some special roll call to do this morning. Let us say a special good morning and welcome to our newest Nationwide Family Club members. Good morning to you, Lisa Taylor. Good morning as well to Sanya, who is signed up to be an annual member. So the whole year, all of 2026, Sanya has signed up to be a family club member for all of 2026. So Sanya, wherever we find you this morning, a special good morning to you. Good morning as well to Raymond Kirkland and LMH Publishing, annual member as well. So good morning to the Henrys, Mike Henry and Lady Henry. Good morning to you of LMH Publishing. Hello and good morning as well to Anita, Dennis Grant, Elleraine R, Sherilyn Facey. Good morning. And a special good morning as well to another annual member signed up for the entire year, Pauline Nelson. What would we do without our fam bams? So a special good morning to our newest family members. And I hope you guys are having a good Friday morning. Let me tell you as well, for our Nationwide Family Club members, you can join the Nationwide Family Club today and enjoy 20% off when you sign up for a full year. You get exclusive content, behind the scenes access, and members only perks. Since May 11, Family Club members now get exclusive live access to our production meetings every Monday at 1 p.m. And the one that went by on Monday was fantastic, and we did enjoy your company. So look forward to another exclusive live access to our production meeting next Monday. And you also should look forward to Perspective, Haiti Dilemma with Cliff Hughes, taped on May 15, 1994. So that will be in our family club this weekend. So look out for that one. It premieres actually today at 11 a.m. As well as Lifetime on Dr. Michael Abrams. That premieres today as well at 1 p.m. So all that inside the family club. You want to join the family club? Go to patreon.com/Nationwide News Network.
Should I have faith in you? Should I put my trust in you? And should you let me down? Should I flirt around? Why should I think this way? Thinking that you're going away. There ain't no way we can stay together anymore. Am I to go on now, living this way?
It's that time though when we tell some very special people happy birthday and happy anniversary. Seeing in the chat, Arlene Rose sending happy birthday greetings out to her cousin Avis Rowe in a compound town actually. Love and blessings cuz. So Avis Rowe there in a compound town. A happy birthday to you coming from Arlene Rowe. Melody Cook sending happy birthday to her firstborn princess, Jody Ann Sharp. Mommy loves you to the moon and back. Good morning to you, Jody Ann. It's your birthday today, and your mommy's sending you happy birthday greetings. Vivian Williams sending happy birthday greetings to Eric Wint, DSP Eric Wint, a very caring man who goes the extra mile. He's a big singer too, a very good cook. So it's coming from your mom-in-law, DSP Eric Wint. A happy birthday to you. Rowan Walker sending, he says, I would love for you to big up my lovely wife, Shannalee Walker. Wishing her God's richest blessings and lots of love from Rowan, your loving husband, and the kids. So Shannalee Walker, it's your birthday today. Your loving husband, Rowan, and your children send you happy birthday greetings. Vivacious Verlene Hall Smith sending birthday blessings to Patrick Smith from Rose Hall in St. Andrew. Warm greetings coming from your wife, your children, your grandchildren, and your son-in-law saying to you, enjoy your special day and God's continued blessings in the new year. And KT sending happy birthday greetings to Khalil Clark from your brother Caden. So Khalil Clark from your brother Caden, a happy birthday to ya. Any other birthdays in the YouTube chat? I'm seeing James Torres. Good morning, James Torres, sending happy 90th birthday to her auntie. So, auntie, good morning to you. Happy birthday to you. It's coming from your niece, James Torres, here in the chat. Seeing as well, happy birthday greetings going out to Devon Lawrence, aka Max. Good morning to you, Max. It's your birthday today. The best mechanic around town, a VVIB.
Big up one Max. One Max.
Big up yourself, Max. Happy birthday to you. Hope you enjoy your Earth Strong. And this one says a VIB birthday greetings going out to Rhonda Lumsden Liu, Deputy Managing Director of Corporate Services over there at JSIF, celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday to you from the JSIF team. Over on Facebook, happy birthday to Devon Lawrence, Norman Jesus, is it? Or Jesus, maybe? Norman, good morning. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Mash Williams, Norman Cunningham, happy birthday as well. Also seeing here, today is the birthday of Erica Winter, the sister of Llewellyn Winter. Good morning to you, Erica. Happy birthday to you from your brother, wishing for your great one. And happy birthday greetings, this one says, going out to one son, Nicholas Horton of PricewaterhouseCoopers, who celebrates his birthday today. Nicholas, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Wishing him love, light, blessings, happiness, and prosperity today and always, with love from Mom Jillian, Dad Norman, all your relatives and friends. Happy birthday. Some final ones here. Happy birthday greetings going out to Constable Dalton Green in St. James, Donovan Vickers, as well as Curry Woodstock, Jillian Larmond, Lydia Graham McBain, and Dwayne Burbles, Clifford Campbell, Donovan Wallace, Maxine Sital Kedu. Happy birthday greetings to all of you coming from Sergeant Wallace, Jerome McRae, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday from Gatti MC. Happy birthday as well to Karen Moore from your sister Dahlia. Happy anniversary to KJ says to sister and her husband Avian Troy Cardoza in Canada. Belated happy anniversary from Cadian. And Yvonne Walter sending happy birthday greetings to her lovely goddaughter nurse Debian Reed. Happy birthday to you, Debian, from your godmom Yvonne Walters. So those are all the birthdays. Happy birthday if you're celebrating your birthday today. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary as well. Dahlia Shirley sending happy birthday to her beautiful big sister Roxana Blackwood. She turns 50 tomorrow, so happy birthday when it comes. Best big sister ever. And that's about it for the show. Thank you so much for tuning in to Nationwide this morning. Thanks so much to our technical operator Jermaine King, our super producer Michelle McCrae Smith, and our super editor Kimon Thompson in the newsroom. Melissa Williams sending happy Queen Day to Kifa. Happy birthday to you, Kifa. Wishing for you a good one. I'm Tana.
I'm Saeed.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You just heard Nationwide this morning on Nationwide 90 FM.
Words can never say. You needed room to breathe. You needed time to get away. It's a way for your heart. And I know just how you feel. Your dreams are real, and I would never hold you against your will. And so I will wait for you, just as long as you want me to. Yes, I'll wait for you. I know you'll come through. I hope you'll find that the things you need are the things you had with me.
It's time for Hot Listings, Nationwide 90 FM's on-air classifieds, made for quick ads and fast results.
Buy or sell properties in Jamaica with Sophia Earle, trusted real estate agent with Keller Williams Jamaica. WhatsApp 876-337-9825. That's 876-337-9825.
That was Hot Listings on Nationwide 90 FM.